all right. Party people in the place to be, vandals, and everybody else, just being a fall child. This is a brand new episode of How'd We Get Here? This is our big comeback episode. And before we kind of get into it, I just want to give like a shout out to our good friends Tara and Leah. They're kind of both going through something right now. And I just want to let them know that our heart goes out to them, and this show's dedicated to them because we love them. So
we love you guys.
Oh shit! You should have told me that. I would have added it to the banner.
Oh, my bad. It just kind of popped into my head like that. It would be cool to say something for him. At the beginning of the show.
I could always just add it in right now. Actually, let's see.
Throw it in the banner.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, man, like it's been a little while since we've done an episode. Like, how you guys doing? You guys all doing pretty well? We got a pretty fun panel of friends tonight. We got L, JP, Juanito, and Cookie Monster here with us. So, and the man of the hour. We was hoping he'd show up. We got Phil.
Phil and his new gadget. You know what? I want to talk about that, Phil.
The lawnmower?
Which one?
Yes! Because, I know I'm super happy for him. He deserves it because he's a hardworking person. But it's just, there's so much stuff going on in that lawnmower. That's all I have to say. There's just so much stuff going on in that lawnmower that it just doesn't feel right. But I'm happy for you, Phil.
You're like a gasoline elitist, Juan.
Yeah. No. I'm a handlebar elitist where it's just too much going on. That's it.
You'll take my gas mower from my cold dead hand.
Me on rollerblades, I'm freaking mowing the lawn. Oh wow, that's a good idea.
I don't know if you'd skate.
I don't.
Oh no.
No. I have a lawnmower that like you pull the bar on it and it actually pulls it along. And like it's a self-propelling one, so like you could probably do that with your skates on if you had like dirt treads on them. Maybe.
Feel like
he has the good stuff.
Is that a picture of Phil when he was younger?
No, that's Phil and his sisters, his two sisters.
His two sisters.
Okay. Gotcha.
They're identical twins.
Mm.
So it's only one of them kissing him, if you think about it.
If you think about it that way, yeah.
Oh, he ate a good pizza today. He put it on his stories. Oh,
yeah,
it
was
really
a nice
good.
looking pizza.
I mean, fucking good. Yeah. We're all like, yeah.
Yeah. I like the pizza.
You know what? It's Phil in the house because Phil sure hasn't made a peep.
He's quiet.
There you go.
Sorry.
Let me clear my throat.
I was just letting Juan have his moment of being the elitist of the gasoline powered.
I said I'm happy for you because you do deserve it because you're fixing up pipes, which you haven't done a TikTok story of how to do something. I'm waiting for that because I need some pipes to be fixing.
How to fix pipes.
He needs education.
With Phil, what's up?
Outer way pipe 101.
You better be dressed like Super Mario, Phil. Get a mustache.
Yeah.
I want the raw edition of it,
That would be pretty funny.
No, it is pretty funny. At the hospital, that's me, and then there's a 70-year-old guy who's the other plumber, and he's like almost a foot shorter than me. So like when we go out together on a call, we literally look like Mario and Luigi.
I want a picture of that.
That's cute.
So is that what you guys dress as for Halloween? Like
I would say I'll have to get him to take a picture so we can see. We call him Juicy Brucey.
Oh.
Shout out to Bruce if he's watching.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, what's up, Bruce?
He's a big fan.
Just being able to get on YouTube on his phone is still like groundbreaking for his 7-year-old self. So I highly doubt he has any idea what a StreamYard is, but I'll digress. Man's 7 years old. He's worked for over 50 years. It's like, bro, retire, live life, man. Come on now.
Yeah, well, that's a dangerous
Phil's coming
thing,
for
right?
his job, huh?
Hey, nobody want to retire these days. That's for sure.
Well, he's still employed there. Whether he's earned his stripes, he's done his time. I don't expect him to be the most go-getting chipper like myself. He's got the heat on in our shop, feet kicked up. He moves when he wants to move, and
he's a delegator.
Yes.
That's
Phil,
why you're
do
there,
this.
Phil.
Phil, do that.
That's what it's like being a mom.
Well, we haven't done an episode in a while, so this is like We've been on hiatus for a while. I got a little sick, so we took off earlier than we were supposed to, and then I was on vacation, so we took an extra 2 weeks. So it's almost been 3 weeks, almost a month. We haven't done an
Almost a
episode.
month, yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
so we're back. We have some people, some friends, some part of the crew back. We're going to talk about what we've been up to this summer, like movies, shows, anything, and kind of maybe touch on maybe what we're looking forward to for the rest of 2024 for movies, shows, comics, books. So we have Elle, Cookie, Juan, and Phil with us. Always leads to some pretty fun and maybe not so coherent discussions and conversations at times.
They help us live up to the name of the show. We wonder
That's
how.
right.
If I
So,
hear
yeah.
Nancy,
One might say we help you get there.
Yeah, man.
So we'll let some of our
Hey,
there's
Leah.
Leah.
oh, man.
How's it going? Did I hear a bark?
That's funny because I'm outside with the two dogs, but neither
That
one of
was
them
Phil.
bark.
That was
Oh.
that dog in him.
I was like,
Hell
I
yeah!
was like, it's the ghost of Bronx. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Too
I was
soon.
like, no, because she shows up and all of a sudden right away.
Yeah,
I
no,
hear a
that's
bark.
I know.
I don't know if it was just my brain being like playing tricks on me, if I actually heard a
Aw.
bark or not. But
It was
yeah.
it was
So-
it was him telling her to turn that nonsense off. He didn't like all that noise.
Yeah.
So our hearts go out to you and Bronxy boy. He was a cute little
Yes.
guy, and yeah. So never easy to lose one of your four-legged friends.
No, it's very emotional.
So we'll go around. We'll open up with we'll let Elle go first, seeing as how she's right up in the. Then we'll go down to Phil, Juan, and we'll finish it up with Cookie for the guests, and then Johnny and I will go. We just touch on like maybe a wrap up of your summer now, because the summer's what we have a week left, or
Today-
not even
Really?
2 days,
Today.
right?
Oh my god!
Is it
Today's
that?
the last day.
Is it the 21st? Oh shit! Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's it, man.
Oh,
Summer's
thank
over.
God.
What? Thank
Yeah,
God it was
And that's
like
real because it was
47.
46 degrees this morning, and I said, "This is beautiful. This is beautiful."
That sounds amazing.
So Elle, man, give us a rundown of your summer.
Well, summer doesn't count when you're a homeschooler.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, did she just switch accounts, or has she been on the same account?
I think
She's
it's the
been
same.
naughty
She's been
teens
on
the whole
Naughty
time.
Teens.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You know she has multiples out in these streets.
Mhm.
What'd you say?
multiple personalities.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
But anyways,
So my summer, just homeschooling, and then my oldest son turned 8, so I officially had to, like, let the state know that I'm actually homeschooling, because that's how it works in Washington. They make you feel like you're doing something illegal until they're 8, and then it's official that they're homeschooled. So I'm homeschooling all 3 of my kids this year. And so just school stuff and watching the most random stuff I could find.
So out of the most random stuff you could find, what is there? What's the highlight and what's the low light?
You know, I would have to have like a functioning brain cell
Okay.
to remember anything past the last week. So I couldn't tell you like the worst of anything, but in recent times, like I did watch Rebel Ridge,
Oh,
which was
yeah.
really good.
ooh,
10 out of
yeah.
10. Will
Mhm.
assist in the future if he needs help.
I think he should be cast as Blade.
Oh, the way he
They were
talks.
talking
is
about
so
that.
No,
calming.
he's
Or
too
was that
light
just a fan
skinned.
cast?
He's
Yeah.
too light skinned. He's too light skinned. We need a.
Now,
I love him to.
now,
No.
come
Blade
Now.
is a
light-skinned?
strong black man. Yes, he's
what?
he's light skinned.
A pale black man can't be strong.
Not
Oh,
Blade.
He is pale.
Not my Blade. We need Wesley Snipes dark. I'm
I feel like
saying,
it's
like,
not
I'm gonna
Wesley,
stand
it's
on that.
somebody.
Yeah.
Well, they had that.
Mahershala,
Well,
they
it
messed
took-
it up. Yeah, they
It took
dropped.
so long to make the
Yeah.
movie. He needs a wheelchair.
Yeah,
He
they
needs a walker
fumbled.
now. Fuck.
They're back.
Whoa. He just
Oh,
needs some
wow.
blood. He just needs a fresh supply of blood.
Shut up.
Some stem cells.
They're saying
Right.
Wesley Snipes is going to be it again, thanks to Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is kind of like the new.
Hey, let's not put anything on him. I don't like. That's my low light of the summer. Ryan
What?
Reynolds and Blake Lively. Please, I never want to hear their names again.
Well,
It Ends With Us was literally the lowest point of my whole life, and I've experienced death.
I haven't watched it.
well,
We're going to watch it again.
his big Marvel movie that's going to be brought up later was a huge hit. So, like, Marvel's leaning very heavily on him since James Gunn is gone now, and he was their big, like, whoop-de-doo
Josh
guy.
Allen? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So,
that's,
like,
what,
Ryan-
that's what Deadpool, like, are they giving him the reins of everything?
Yeah, what's going on now? Oh,
Because it's the first big hit they've had in a while. So, like,
Yeah.
anything that he kind of says is kind of going, and like he's he is very highly trying to get Wesley Snipes to be Blade again at Marvel since the Marshala
He's
thing fell
stiff,
through.
though. He's
Yeah.
old. I mean, that movie just goes to show you that.
They're planning on keeping Hugh Jackman around as Wolverine for up until the
That man, just
the
let
Secret
him
Wars movie.
rest.
So, like, so we're gonna
I mean,
have some geriatric Marvels running around
Yeah,
there.
I'm
Jesus
sorry. Okay.
Christ, these poor
All right.
men.
Okay, we might as well get into it now instead of revisiting this.
wait,
No,
what's
no,
going
it's
on?
still,
I'm
it's
just
still
like,
Elle's, it's
what?
still Elle's turn. Wait your turn, Joe.
Okay,
Hold
I
your
mean,
horses.
we're on the subject, so I figured we could.
While we're on the subject.
Elle got to say one pick. Let's let her.
She said two. She said Rebel Ridge, which is excellent. I co-sign that pick. I love that movie. I like the director, and her low was what was it? That shitty
like-
movie.
It
The
ends
End?
with us.
But if I had to recommend a comic book on theme for your show, Tin
Mhm.
Can Society dropped this week, and it is excellent.
What's it
Who
called?
does
Who's,
that?
what's her creative team?
Peter Warren, Rick Remender,
Oh, really?
yeah, Francis Morelli,
Okay.
Chris Chuckery, Russ Wooton, like crouton.
Yeah, he's the colorist.
Wutan.
He's the
Or
letterer.
letterer?
Tin
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
Society.
It's fantastic. But I will say, like, what's his Jonathan? Say it for me. He does. No, close. Hedrick. No,
Oh,
not
Hedrick.
Jonathan. Wait, Hedrick. He
the makeup
does.
guy?
No, he does
Oh.
the comic about the
Caffeinated and all that shit.
Chance?
yeah.
No.
What'd
What?
you say, Joe?
Capable.
Yeah, capable. Jonathan Hedrick. That's his name, right?
Caffeinated love. Capable.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I will say.
Oh.
It very much. If he's getting the flack he's getting for capable, then Remender deserves the same
Well-
amount of flack for this story because it is telling the story of a man of color that has disabilities. But that's neither here nor there. It's an excellent story. But if we're gonna hold people accountable, you can't hold this indie creator.
I'm sorry,
You know.
but I'm sick of that shit.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm sick of it.
Jonathan Hedrick went
Otherwise-
through a hate campaign for
You're gonna have-
writing.
but
for writing
I
what he
understand.
wrote.
I understand what you're saying.
And I don't think
and
it's fair because
I'm
when
with
bigger
you.
artists and writers do
Yeah.
it, it's like award winning,
no, but
and
I
I don't like that.
if we're gonna
Yeah.
do that, then no writer's gonna be allowed writing anything but. You can't have secondary characters. You can't because you're not of that race or sexual orientation or political view. You know, like come on. Just like actors can't play. If you're not gay, you can't play a gay person. It's like. So you don't want actors. You just want people playing themselves in movies and not actually pretending to be something else. You know, like I'm sick of this idiot.
Well,
it's
until we
idiotic.
see
It's
your
stupid.
pocket, Joe, I really think you should change your name.
Pocket.
Joe
Oh
Pocket.
my
No,
god!
your body
No,
pocket.
no,
Your body pocket.
Oh.
Your body pocket.
I thought you meant that.
I can't.
Johnny?
I can't.
Don't worry, Johnny. I wasn't gonna pull my
Nature's
pants down.
pocket.
No. Well, I mean, like if I knew
Nature's
you in high
Pocket.
school, we would have probably called you Two Ball Joe because or Pocket Pool. That would have been our nickname for you. We all had like crude nicknames like that.
Yeah.
That was totally been
Ooh. Then I would have been like, why? How do you guys know that, weirdos?
Mhm.
Joe Pocket. You'd be playing two ball all the time.
No, the two balls. Wait,
Yeah.
no, not the two balls. The pool ball.
It's
Pool cue.
testicular cancer is
ball?
pretty common in young men. So
What does that have to do with you?
A lot of
Better
young
than-
men only have one ball because they have their ball removed because they get a little cyst, cancerous cyst on it. It's not
Okay.
that
Well-
uncommon.
Well,
I'm
some
just-
people
I'm
get
just
thrown
throwing it
one
out
ball
there.
then.
So single Joe Pocket.
Yeah,
The same
some-
thing as women with on their ovary. They get like a cyst on it, and sometimes you have to get one of your ovaries removed because
Well,
of it. Same
that's
thing with men and their
all
balls.
of mine.
Yeah.
That
It-
got
it's-
dark.
It's the same.
Okay, Al, do you have a downside to your comics, or just have like a positive so far for that?
No, that one was sick, and the Body Trade, Zach Thompson's new comic that dropped this week too, was really good. If you like piece of shit protagonists that you hope there's gonna be a redeeming quality eventually.
Okay, all right.
But it is about like the body trade. Like this guy, his young son passes away, and like the mom had donated the body to science for money because she needed the money because the dad was like a deadbeat tweaker felon, and now he's trying to redeem himself, but he's already dead. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
Mhm.
But
Okay.
it's really good. It's Mad
So-
Cave.
And it has to do with like the kind of the big controversy that's going around now with like the people supposedly selling their bodies to science, but they end up just their body parts being sold in like hotel
Yeah.
lobbies and shit like that.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's interesting. That's actually pretty relevant too.
Is that
That's
a real
a-
thing?
it is.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
very real. It's all over the place on YouTube right now.
Black market body parts.
Wait, is that the video you sent me? That the strange one? I haven't seen it yet.
No, that one's about like a really kind of crazy mystery that happened in a forest in Japan.
Okay, don't tell me anymore. Yeah, because I haven't seen it. I'm
Jake
gonna see it
Paul? Is
tonight.
that the Jake Paul
No,
story?
this
No,
I'm just
not that
kidding.
one. No, not the Suicide Forest. There's just an unsolved mystery. It just looks really freaking creepy.
It's very interesting, man. I really liked that video. I think
Didn't
you'd
they
dig
do
it.
a movie based on that story?
Which one? The Suicide Forest? They've made a
No,
couple
the
movies on that.
unsolved mystery in some Japanese forest or something where there's a disappearance and
Well, this one has to do with like a SOS sign found that actually lead to them finding missing people, but they weren't the people that made the sign. So it led to this bigger mystery of like who actually made it, and like there
Mhm.
was a body. Like it's a neat video. I don't want to give the whole thing away
That's fun.
to ruin it for
It's not
Juan,
that
but like
fun, but
I think I saw a
Okay.
movie, a trailer for something that sounds very similar to that story. Yeah.
it could be
Cool.
like YouTube people don't actually start talking about stuff until it's just about to become like very
A
culturally
movie.
relevant.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Anything else, Al?
No, just again, condolences to Leah and Tara, and hope to see them back soon.
Yeah, no doubt. I haven't heard anything, about Tara in the recent days or weeks. I feel like so. Hope she's okay.
She's just healing in her own time. She's fine.
Respectfully.
Or coping. She's fine though.
yeah, she got to me to tell me happy birthday like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
So
And she does always tell me to tell you guys hi, but then she'll log on and say hi anyways.
She just can't help herself.
yeah.
Well, that Taken Society is under Rick Remembers.
Well, he's
Oh.
a story, like he's credited for the story, but Peter Warren is the writer.
he's been co-writing
Oh.
with people that aren't very versed in comic book writing.
Mhm.
Like he's been working with a couple
Oh.
of comedians lately. He did a book with Andy
Andy
Samberg and then
Oh.
Brian Posehn, or how do you say his
Posehn.
name?
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
been kind of co-writing for these guys that are putting out books with his label, Giant Reactor. And hey, Cameron, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a long time. My homie Normac, I used to do a podcast with days ago. He's here tonight. So hey, what's up, man?
All right. So, Bill,
Mhm.
what's your summer been like? What you been up to? What you been watching? What you been reading?
You've been petting that
Nice
dog.
Really?
Petting that dog.
Yeah.
Well, I just, as of this past week, as far as reading, just picked up a new comic for like the first time. I feel like literally all summer, as far as like a new kind of ongoing. It was the Moon is Following Us, which for issue 1, I liked it. I will definitely get into issue 2, just to see, because
Daniel Warren writing and Scotty Young on art, right? No,
Riley Rosenwald.
Riley Rosenwald. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah, and I just based off of the handful of titles in the past that I've read of Daniel Warren Johnson's, I tend to be on the more pro than con side with him, so I knew nothing about this, like any kind of previews, nothing. Just said screw it. It was the last copy, so I
It's
feel
gonna
like
get sad. It's gonna get sad on you, bro.
yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Prepare.
But yeah, that's literally like as far as the summer goes. I haven't really read. I know earlier in the year, me, El, Cookie, and I want to say it was Leandra, kind of made an omen or a pact that we were going to have like a quota, like our own personal quotas of things read.
oh,
I
You're doing so well.
yeah, I started off pretty legit. And then as like kind of like summertime hit, that's when I let said books start collecting dust, and I was just not reading much to little to nothing, I should say. I was more so trying to just live it up in the outdoors since the Midwest weather. I mean, today it was like 87 degrees, which is wild.
Mm.
Because I know in the next coming days of next week, it'll be like highs in like the 30s, or not 30s, the 60s. But yeah, so as far as what I did over the summer, besides working,
You got that Jeff Lemire book though too, right? Minor Icona.
yeah, as I'm just straight up lying to everyone's face here, I did pick up Minor Arcana. What was that, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago? I'm just super always biased to anything Jeff Lemire, so it was a number one, picked it up, and that's another series I will indulge with issue 2, which I think maybe next week or in a week or two. I feel like all of his stories have similar tones, all set like just like off the jump.
Yeah.
Just the way he, his stories are that would sound super like I was speaking to like children. The way his stories are told. No, but just like the way it's like all dark and like just like emotional type of like all too relative type of vibes you get from his books.
Deal a
Yeah,
lot
that-
with loss and processing that loss, and
Mhm.
a lot of his stories are about that. Yeah.
Plus, he's writing and drawing this one, and like all his best comics are the ones that he writes and draws himself, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that for sure. I feel like that's like when you get like him at his best, because like when he is pretty much the only like part of the creative team, when it's all him, that's when I feel like he gives it his all. So yeah. So yeah, 2 comics. Look at me go. But yeah, as far as what I wasn't doing besides reading 2 comic books over a summertime, besides work, it was spent outdoors, mainly say golfing with some friends, because over the last handful of years, some of my friends that didn't golf up until say like the COVID era are all like addicted and beyond obsessed with golf. So I was getting texts pretty much every day or every other day of wanting, hey, do you want to golf? Hey, it's like you guys are kind of burning me out on something that I dearly love, and you guys are just over. I understand the obsession, but that was me. That was me when I was in like my early teen years, like back when no one was golfing, and it was like you were a nerd if you golfed. Now all these jocks that used to tease about the golfers back in the day are all the ones that are like you can't get enough of it now, and it's like, well, how the turntables have turned. Right. So yeah. Besides golfing, then there was some weekend beach trips out to Belle Isle.
With the new lady.
Well, the new lady, that was a shortly lived thing, but
Joe, we talked about this. We talked about this, Joe.
I didn't hear about this.
Was Joe missing that episode?
I
Way
did.
to grind it in, buddy. Just,
Sorry about that, man.
hey, it's all good, dude. It's all good.
MIA, so sorry, man.
you know, a lot of young men get testicular
He said, "I'm the love of your life." Where is she at tonight?
Right.
I can't.
Sorry about that. So
that's when we
so-
need
I hope
monthly
she's out there
newsletters.
listening about
He had to put her back in the basement. Had to relock the door.
Mhm.
Oh,
No,
I know
it's
that
because,
movie. That's
because of
barbarian.
you that I'm back.
She's no longer the outside girl.
I'm back on the streets pretty much now. So
any
shout out to her.
any shows or movies or anything or
I know you've seen movies.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what was the last movie. Wasn't long. That may have been the last movie I saw in the theater. Was Long Legs.
yeah.
How did
Sing the song. Somebody sing it.
You know,
Mommy!
I liked it. I liked it, but I thought it was like, to me personally, I thought it was like mid at best.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I wanted to love it, and I liked parts of it. Like it was shot so neat, and it had such great tension that didn't
Mhm.
fucking go anywhere.
Yeah,
But I love it for that though. I loved how ridiculous and like it was like scary in its stillness. And I also watched it on my phone in the dark by myself, and I scared myself so many times. And I'm like, Nicolas Cage, you will not scare me. And every time I was like, oh, I'm kind of scared.
See,
This is creepy.
yeah, no, I guess I would like Johnny said, like I wanted to, like going into it, I was like, man, I hope this like movie just slaps, I hope it's everything and then some, but
You gotta
maybe I
watch it with the
borrowed-
headphones, like with the Dolby,
Mm.
like with that full sound. I was scared of the sound. The sound was
Sometimes
scarier
the
than
way
the
to watch
actual
it.
movie. Yeah.
And I
or
think
listen, at that point listen to it, like when it's all nothing but your focus is via through headphones. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, like I said, but
I'm
I
positive
hope
one Johnny Depp impersonation though. Like if you rewatch it and think of him like he's making fun of Johnny Depp, like it.
well, the
Like a
highlight
Captain Jack kind of impersonation, like that.
the highlight for me is when Pat realized it was Nicolas Cage. That
Oh, she didn't realize.
no, I didn't tell her, and she wasn't paying attention in the
Oh.
beginning when you see his name. So then the part where he's singing
Yeah.
in the car, she's
Mhm.
like, oh, it seems, I don't know, there's something familiar about him. I was like, so I rewound it for like just that part, and I was like, listen, who does he sound like? And I was like, she caught on. She was like, what the fuck? And I mean, that was it for me. That was the highlight for me. The movie was,
That's
it wasn't
fine.
bad. It wasn't bad, but
Yeah, it was mid.
mean, yeah.
It's a 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7.
Whoa.
at best.
The fact that
Oof.
it gave me so
Yeah.
much fodder as a parent, because when I tell you the kids take
that's
too long in the bathroom, let me
Oh.
in now.
I
They're
love
so
that part.
sick of
I
me.
love
So-
that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it when he does
When
that.
Jade's taking too long to get dressed, I'm like, let me. She's like, don't. I'm like, let me get it out.
Yeah.
I gotta finish it or else he'll come.
Mhm.
Oh, dude.
but
Yeah,
I mean,
he deserves an award for the film, but like the film itself kind of deserves to get forgotten, in my opinion.
The marketing, though,
Oh,
fantastic.
no.
Yeah.
The marketing was
The marketing, those
amazing.
home videos with the anagrams and all the codings and stuff were fantastic.
I didn't even try, but yes.
Plus, I mean, like we just gonna have unlimited memes of just Nicolas Cage in a funny blonde wig saying "Hail Satan" till the end of
Mhm.
time. Like that's
Yes.
just gonna like I want a
Very Satan.
shirt, like a black metal style shirt that just says that with his picture on it.
so would low legs also be your low light in the summer? Phil?
yeah.
That's your low,
Yeah.
Low
Daddy
legs?
Longlegs.
As far as like, as far as the like a film, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it because you couldn't take any notes from him? Like he doesn't have the same MO as you, or
That was very amateur. It
it was
wasn't.
very
Come on,
amateur.
Hail Satan.
I didn't learn anything.
No doll making.
No doll making.
See, that's
Taryn
that's what-
Killam played Longlegs on an improv comedy show that I listened to, and his descriptor for the episode was that he was a doll maker. They were like, we have a doll maker on the show.
Oh, he came off like
it was Longlegs.
Now we're cooking.
See, that's where I think the film really fell apart. Was it got too far into the supernatural without the doll work? And like that just
Yeah.
so fucking stupid. They should
yeah.
they
The
should
doll part.
Yeah, they should have tried to make it like Silence of the Lambs or something, man.
No,
because-
Or
I
stuffed
understand-
corpses.
yeah.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
yeah, something bad, like something really evil like that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like that guy that in Chile that took the dead girl home with them because he thought she was so pretty, and like he kept her in his house, preserving her, kind of keeping her as like a living doll,
Yeah.
like something creepy like that.
That's
But
awful.
like the
What?
whole like, I
Well,
made
that's
a
just
doll that looked
life
like
in
you
in Venezuela. No.
with the
Wait,
humming,
what?
with the humming ball in its head and shit. Like
No.
Yeah. And Blair Underwood is still fine. So shout out to
Mm.
Longlegs for giving us more Blair.
That's right.
Yo, that's fucked up by Venezuela.
huge.
They're not a good. Well, they're okay. Anyway,
JP,
It's
say it.
fine.
Whisper it.
no, I'm not whispering. I'm telling
Blink
you now.
twice. Who saw Blink twice?
Is that the one?
Well, I
With
watched the
the-
beginning with Pat. We'll have
Zoe
to finish
Kravitz.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
she wrote.
How
and
is
directed.
it?
It's okay.
Who's the
It's
creepy
like-
guy in that
I
again?
mean, it's like
Channing
every other
Tatum.
weird,
Yeah.
like
Channing
it's
Tatum,
like
that's right.
midsummer-ish, kind of.
I was
Like a
hoping it would be in
thriller
the vein
kind of-
of.
Say
Did you guys
less.
read Eat the Rich, the comic a couple years
No.
ago?
Mm-mm.
I was hoping it
I
would.
thought
be
that
in
was last
vein.
year, a couple years. Wow.
Yeah, that was like 2 or 3 years ago, probably, at least.
No.
Oh my
That one
God.
was good,
So-
where the rich people were.
Yeah.
So-
Sorry to hop
Chase-
on and commandeer your pick. Phil, I just had a lot to say about long legs as well, and I was going to talk about it later. So,
Hey,
like, my
Chase.
Oh no, man, you're good.
bad. And Mama Goose is here. Hello,
Yeah,
Goose.
Mama Goose. That's a good nickname.
Mama Goose.
I like that.
Yeah.
I did see they were working on the sequel
Mother
to
Goose.
Long Legs
What?
called Short Arms.
Shut up. T-Rex arms.
Big head, little arms.
Ah.
Like you gotta call that mom jokes. Like it's worse than dad jokes, right? Else,
It's about a
like,
T-Rex,
created-
a haunted
yeah.
T-Rex.
So instead of a guy, will be a woman this time. You know.
No, it'll be a T-Rex.
It'll be a T-Rex. This is pre-Big Bang.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, I guess we can move on to Juan. Juan, man, you rip through shows and movies
I
because of your.
know.
I'm not gonna say why.
Oh.
I don't want you to get into trouble or anything. Like,
Oh,
know.
oh, no, I won't get in trouble. No,
okay,
no.
because
You're
Yeah.
fine.
I know it was sometimes when work is
Doesn't-
slow, you can pack in a lot of shows or movies when work is
No.
slow. So.
Let me say I'm grateful to the universe for this job because we have a full packed team where if anybody is there, they can get the call basically.
Yeah.
So we don't get that many calls, so that's why I've been watching. But I can't say favorites or anything, but the In Vogue documentary that we just finished 6 hours.
Yes.
So good. It goes through the fashion stage of the 90s. And it's really yeah. Y'all need to watch it, seriously. Like
they
y'all need to
Touch on like the pedophilia and all that.
No,
the
it's all,
grooming?
it's all
No.
nice things.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all nice
Okay.
things. It's nothing bad. But it's
Okay.
nice. It's really interesting of a history of the 90s as well.
Okay.
Because I
And
know
what-
Cookie hates the 90s fashion.
What is that
you know?
on? What is that? HBO? Is it Hulu?
Hulu.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Vice has so many shows on their
Yeah.
website.
Mhm.
Yeah, where you can do the free pass where you can go incognito mode. Sorry, Vice. And keep using the free passes. Yeah.
Life hack. One of Juan's life hacks.
Because
Back.
there's so many. There's the Icons on Earth, the one, all the documentaries for all 6 episodes for the Harry Potter one. That's a good one. Lord of the Rings one. That one was so
Oh,
good
I
as well.
wanna watch
Yes,
that.
if you have 6 hours, watch that one
I
too.
have 6 hours.
Yeah,
The documentary.
yeah.
Okay.
And I went to Chicago and I went to New York. And if I can go back, I would want to live in Chicago. I fucking love Chicago. We went skating there. It's so relaxing. The freaking food is so good. The deep dish food is really good. There's even Mexican food that's really, really good as well. But I would love to live in
Well,
Chicago.
In the next couple of years, like I'm thinking of saving up some money and trying to go to C2E2 one of these. Like maybe we could meet up at that if you feel like it, Juan.
Yes.
Chicago.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna
He's
say
like,
yes. I love traveling, and plus I get to meet you. Gotta catch them all.
You also went out of the country, yeah?
Oh, to
Yeah.
Bulgaria. Oh, Bulgaria has so much clean food. Oh my god, like America sucks. I'm not gonna say sorry, but it's so fresh. The cheese, they made it all there in the town that we were at, but it's like a tourist town. But it's so freshly good. And the tomatoes, I hate tomatoes here, but those tomatoes were so fresh and so tasty. Oh my god. Even the cheese on top of the tomatoes. So fucking good.
What precipitated that trip? I'm interested in what brought you to Bulgaria because that's a kind of an interesting place to go.
My job, they did a work retreat. That way, all the work from home people come together and basically hang out and see how we work together. Which we didn't have any work to do at all. And every time it was like after lunchtime, it was us time where we get to hang out by ourselves. So, but it was a work retreat, and it was mostly to hang out, meet the what's called upper management team, which they love me. Shit, they already know how my energy is. So every time I slack them, it's like, hey, what's up? Literally, yeah, like, hey, what's up? And they know me, like, hey, Juan, how you doing? Like, good, 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 and whatever. But they already know how I am. They already know how I come at them with the case or whatever. So like, we're friends already. So that's even better. But we went for a work retreat, and it was for a whole week. They paid for everything because I told them, hey, I don't have money right now. So they got their business card and they paid for the ticket and everything like that. But it was fucking relaxing. Oh yeah, it was. But the food, if y'all get to go because the food is so fucking good. I ate so much, like literally, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you ate here in America, you'll gain pounds. There, no, I like. It was good. Ah, yeah, it was a good summer.
Nice.
All right, man. So
Any
yeah,
lowlights?
Eastern Europe. Yeah, anything that you kind of disliked this summer?
Oh,
Aside
No,
from
no.
Electric Moors, I mean,
No. Oh, you know what? We have drama in the skating group. That is one thing I don't like.
oh,
Let's
I'll tell
have
y'all
them
later.
on. Bring the
I'll
whole
tell-
group. Bring the whole
Oh,
skating
I
group
need,
on.
I need to call. I need to tell y'all later about this.
We want
It's
the
a whole it's a whole drama debacle thing. It's crazy, but I'll let y'all know later on. But that's the only low part of the whole summer. Oh, and I saw Cookie again in New York, and we're going to New York Comic Con in 25 days.
Yep.
you're heading back.
Yeah,
Heading
yeah,
back.
for Comic Con to see
Awesome.
Dean, his brother, and then we're gonna go to that Mick Magnolia exhibit. We are going to that Mick Magnolia exhibit in fucking New York.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm jealous, man. Hell yeah. Have a good time, kid.
But I'm done with that.
Is Joe
Joe's
froze?
gone. Yeah,
No.
Joe.
No, that's
No.
just his face now
I'm
with his
trying
new
to-
glasses. Shout out to Joe's new glasses.
Yeah, I'm trying to rename something.
Oh,
Styling glasses.
his three daughters. That one is
His three
fucking good. Yeah, the one that just came out on Netflix.
Is that a movie or a show?
It's a movie.
It's a
Okay.
movie. It's good because it's three different personalities going. It's basically three different personalities, and it's basically dad dying, and all the three different sisters come through to help out, and him passing away and all that.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's
Sounds
so
like a leg
good.
riot. Yeah.
There's some, yeah, but it's good. I don't want, but it's good. Y'all need to watch it. It's really good. Yeah, but yeah, it's really good. That's
What's
the
that
top
one
one.
on? Is that Netflix or who's that on?
Netflix.
Okay.
Netflix. Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. So, Cookie, you're up next. How's your summer going? What have you been watching, reading, up to?
Been up to the same old stuff, but in a wild turn of events, I've been to the movies a lot this year,
Yeah.
especially this summer, and most of them have been very good. There's only one that was a flop for me. But I liked Strange Darling.
Yes.
That
yes, I
was-
noticed
That was amazing. And like, I wish it wasn't doing so well in theaters because I want it to stop so I can now stream it at home. But I'm happy that it's doing well. The other one, I wrote things down because I knew I'd forget.
Damn,
Hold on.
I should have wrote something down too because I,
did.
saw a bunch of
I
stuff.
took notes.
Um,
Long Legs was another
Mhm.
one that I loved. So I'm sorry you guys didn't like it as much as I did.
no, it's just that it's just like Johnny too. It's just I was so into it, but then the whole cult and doll thing, I was like, okay, well, it's supernatural, so right, it's a cult. So that's where I didn't say it lose me, but it kind of lost me there. But other than that,
I
it's
totally
great.
get it. Yeah.
But I think a lot of the when people were talking about it too, and even its own commercials, I felt did it a detriment how they kept saying it's like Silence of the Lambs meets. It's
Yes.
like you didn't
Yeah.
have to do that. You
I
could
hate
just
that.
not said anything
Yeah, just
because I feel like
or
you
it's
put
like
an
the scariest
expectation.
movie you'll ever
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
it was
really
not.
liked
It was
it.
creepy.
I
Yeah.
really
It was
they let-
very creepy. It creeped
Yeah.
out very
the
If they
bad.
let-
vibes, the atmosphere, like I really
Mhm.
enjoyed the world
Yeah.
they built around
The
it.
acting was
Yeah.
great too. I really liked the lady that was in it.
Yeah,
like,
Micah. What's her name?
Micah
oh my god,
Monroe?
yeah,
Monroe. She was great.
Yeah. And another movie that I saw that I loved, which surprised me, was The Crow.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
Oh,
loved it. I loved it
I need to
so
watch it
much.
then.
And that's
watch it
already
then.
streaming.
Yeah,
And
I didn't hate
I'm
it.
reaping all the benefits.
Not gonna say I loved it, but it wasn't horrible, man. Honestly, like
Mm.
the bad guys were kind of weak, and then there was one part in the middle that me and Joe both agreed that it like did the thing too many times where like he got sent back to the dead plane and sent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where he
Like,
said, "I'm the crow." Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Where-
I thought
where
that
he
was
wasn't
most-
sure. Yeah. Where he
Yeah.
didn't
No, well,
understand.
What I liked about it was when he first goes back, he's like a bumbling idiot almost.
Yeah,
Like, he
that-
has no
like,
idea.
That
what
first
he's
scene with the
doing.
cop.
Yeah,
in
so
the-
Yes.
when he wakes
Yes,
up. That was a
yes.
great. That was a
It was
great
so
fight
good.
scene.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
but it felt real to me because he's like, what's happening? Oh my god.
The both of them, the cop
Yeah.
and him, they're both like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck?" Yeah, yeah.
So
that-
I love that. I
Mhm.
thought it was awesome. And then,
Yeah, it's what changed it from a lot of the other John Wick core
Mhm.
films too. Because like
Right.
even later in the film, when he gets the ninja sword, he still doesn't know how to fight with the thing. He
Mhm.
is still bumbling around. Well, like I like that it's still like pretty well choreographed and stuff,
Mhm.
but he's not doing mad kung fu moves and shit
Right.
like every other film. Like he literally, like you said, kind of just bumbling around.
The
Yeah.
only complaint I have about the Opera House is you didn't
So
have
many
to give us
stairs. How many times?
six scenes of him walking upstairs. It's kind of like the Hobbits. It's kind of like the Hobbits walking through the woods, or Adventure of Evil with him just walking through the woods nonstop.
taking the crow to Isengard.
But let me
Yeah.
just say, what about that John Wick movie where the fight scene is nothing but stairs, fight scene. Remember?
It's kind of the same thing. And John Wick
Oh.
4 is the worst one in the series, man. I kind of hate
Oh.
John Wick 4. Well, it was a lot of stuff you saw in the other one. You had the guy with the dog. Like the fight in the freeway was cool, and then
Yes, in the car. Ooh,
on the
that was
end.
really good. Yeah.
But the film in general, yeah, I thought John Wick 4 was the
And I love the crow was more a guide or a
Yeah.
spirit, a
Yes.
totem like a
Yeah.
totem animal, or I love the fact they put the horse in.
Mhm.
yeah. They
That
actually
was
worked
great
in
in the
some more
beginning. Yeah.
symbology from the comic
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
symbolism, I should say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that they put that in. I was like, oh shit, they put that right at the beginning, one of the
Right.
opening scenes. I was like, oh, this is awesome, So, and rewatching it, what'd you call her? Fly.
Oh, she's not actually a fly catcher because she doesn't leave her.
Flycatcher.
She doesn't leave her mouth all the way open. She just kind of has
Yeah.
her teeth.
Whoa.
It was more distracting.
I
on the
just
big
realized I
screen.
just caught on to you. We're not going to talk about FK Twigs like that. We're going to put some
No,
respect
It's
on her
more.
name.
It was
come on.
way
That's
more.
that's my boo. That's what I've been obsessed with her for so long. I don't even see it anymore.
It was way more distracting on the big screen. On the big screen, it was.
Mhm.
It
Oh my
just
God, it
annoyed
was-
the shit out of me. But
it
when I
was
watched it at
aggressive.
home, it wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
and I wouldn't call her a fly catcher,
What was
anyways.
that?
Like that's for the type of people who just leave their mouth open all the time, which there are
She
tons
was
of.
pretty fucking close.
One
though.
of the greatest musical artists of our time.
Oh,
I
she does
understand that.
music.
Yeah, going to the
Fantastic.
park, you have your mouth open, the flies can go in your mouth. I understand that. Mhm.
JP, I'm gonna
Mhm,
fight
mhm.
you too. I'll street fight all of
That's
you.
true. That has okay.
My thing with FKA Twigs is that she wasn't playing a character; she was just playing herself. Because if you see her in interviews, there's no.
And do you think
difference or
they told her
anything
to
like
do that? Do you think that it
Maybe.
was? Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like they were
maybe.
like, because she is such like her own person
Mm-hmm.
that I'm like, is
That
that
they're
what
like,
they
oh,
were
wow,
going
you're so
for?
Cool, just do.
You're so
you.
ethereal, like just
Yeah.
go with it.
Yeah,
Well, is she
and I think
really
she went with it too much.
is she an actress though? I mean, like,
Yeah,
that
she's
was a
done.
musician.
Unfortunately, when she did the stuff with Shia LaBeouf,
Mhm.
what was
Well,
the movie?
well,
Honey Boy?
Honey Boy, Honey
Well,
Badger.
the director
whatever.
knows how to kind of like direct their talent, and I think
Mhm.
with a lot of musicians, they can't act their way out of a paper bag. Like watch the movie
Mhm.
Belly. So I think actually just letting her be
Whoa,
herself-
whoa, whoa! Not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, yeah, man.
Hey, some of my favorite rappers are in that movie, and they none of
No,
them.
no, no! I'm just
performed
kidding.
very
I've never
well at
even
all.
seen Belly. Don't tell anybody.
I didn't mind the introduction of the love story. I
Mhm.
just found they dragged it out too long as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't need to
Like,
be an
you
hour
could've
long.
gotten
But that was for
we
the
got the
girlies.
point.
That was for us. That
No, but
wasn't
we
for.
got the
I was
point.
alright with it.
You know,
It's fine.
like, and a lot of people, the major complaints were the look, and I thought it fit perfectly with the movie. his look.
His
wasn't-
tattoos and stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't
you mean?
distracting. It wasn't,
Yeah.
and they're in the studio recording music together. It's kind of
His
you know,
hairdo
it's-
pissed me off. That fucking
Yeah,
mullet.
yeah,
The crow
no.
should not like.
I
if he's
loved
gonna-
it.
If they're gonna give him a
Yeah,
mullet,
dude,
they need to give him a real mullet, like he had in the comics, man. Not like some. I don't even know what you call that kind of mullet. It just looked terrible, man.
It has a
Yeah.
name because I see it on TikTok all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a mullet.
I just
It
wanted to
looked,
tell him
European.
straight up like what Method Man tells dude in How High, man. Your haircut game is fucked up, son. But
anyway.
otherwise, I thought Bill was great in the film, to tell you the
Yeah.
truth. Playing
Yeah,
kind
he
of
was
like
good.
weird little wet the bed kind of kid, like
Yeah,
Interesting way to.
it was very cute.
Yeah, it was, I
that's how he
mean,
came across to me. Those can be
So-
very scary, violent people, though, man.
Isn't it that wild that like he's like kind of typecast like when he's not Pennywise, obviously, but then like his brother is always like that. Well, one of the brothers is always what's his name? The wife
Alexander?
beater. The wife beater. He's like the wife
Yes.
beater in every show he's in.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe you
What makes you
deserved it,
question
Nicole
yourself?
Kidman. Yeah, maybe you deserved it.
It's not that bad. It was an open
Yeah.
hand slap. It's
Right,
fine.
his hand was closed. It doesn't count. But it's fiction. I'm not apologizing for
fiction,
Shia
yeah.
LaBeouf.
Gotta
Yeah,
move.
This is a
Mr.
LaBeouf.
Skarsgård appreciation.
that's right. We love Beal. We love Beal in this house.
yeah, like we said it before. If they redo a remake of The Mask or reboot it, Bill, man,
What?
Bill all the way, right, Johnny?
Yeah, all they got to do is paint his face green, man. He's got the
Mm.
eyes, the teeth for it, man. Like,
He's like, should I take that? He's watching right now. Should I take that as a compliment?
We love you, Beal.
Bale.
Beal.
Oh.
So what
Sorry.
else, Cookie? What else?
Well, for TV, Rings of Power. I've been
Oh,
loving that.
yeah.
I know everybody's shitting on it, but I love it. It's
I hadn't even seen the first
That could be
episode.
literally any fantasy character on TV right now. That picture you just threw up.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
I for sure thought of old Matt, what's his name from
The
House of the
Witcher?
Dragon.
Oh,
Oh.
oh yeah.
Targaryen.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he's
Pat and,
more
I
golden, less white.
are really enjoying it as well.
Oh, you like
Really?
it?
Okay, cool. All right.
I didn't know you liked fantasy stuff. I thought you were kind of like Fred with the fantasy.
No,
hate.
I don't. I mean, it depends. I mean, some fantasy stuff is just really bad.
Mm.
I mean,
He's got
fantasy
tickle
isn't
him.
like, when it's done well, it's great, but when it isn't done well, it's not even. It's I can't. So, but this
Yeah.
the production's great. The casting is
As
good.
much money as they spent.
And you could see where
It
they
better
spent
be-
it.
yeah,
it
it
looks
better be good.
gorgeous.
I mean, Tom Bombadil's in it, which is
I
a
know.
bonus. Gotta love that,
Yes.
So, I mean, I love it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
good.
So you can see the $1 billion in it. It's not like Star Wars
Yes.
Acolyte, where it like actually
No.
looks like how you'd expect Star Wars to look like on TV.
Yeah, no, with it, like the set pieces are great. The costumes are fantastic. I mean, I don't know how many seasons they're going to be able to do because it looks like it's a very, very, very expensive production cost
Yeah.
for the show. But
Almost
I know
$1
it's
billion
five.
a season, right?
it's got a third season up on IMDb, so
Yeah.
we know we're getting at least a third season.
No, we're definitely
so.
getting the third, and I know they aimed for five
Five,
to
yeah.
tell the full story. So let's keep our fingers crossed, I guess.
Ooh, okay. I might actually get into it though if they're
So
planning
Joe's a nerd. Confirmed. Interesting.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
He was always a dweeb. What are you talking about?
He's got them hobbit feet behind closed doors. Interesting.
I guarantee you, he does got hairy toes.
Joe, show
Yeah.
your feet. For
Show my
free.
feet.
For free.
Not
Yeah,
for
for
free.
For free. Uh-oh.
Joe, I can't
Oh,
believe
jeez.
it.
See, they are big.
What if they really were though? What if they were like barrel toes?
Barrel toe?
He had dirt on the bottom.
I just went running.
They're a little bit dirty. I've been walking around barefoot all day.
No,
so
no, you're
surprised they're a little
good.
more dirty.
Of course.
They're cleaner
Big
than the
cat.
hobbits.
So what else? Cookie, you got any low for TV?
For TV, no, I have a really bad movie that I saw.
Oh, which one?
Maxine.
Oh,
Everybody be hating on that. So that
I-
trilogy did not end good, huh?
No, I and shout out to Anthony Caruso. It is the podcast for letting me come on and rant for 2 hours about how much I hated that movie. But it was so bad, and I just my biggest takeaway from that whole thing, and I don't know how else to explain it other than the fact that I think Ty West isn't a director. He's kind of like the cover band version of a director,
Mm.
where he has no artistic integrity of his own, and he's just takes from other people and slaps something together and hopes that it's okay. You know, that's kind of how I feel about it, and I'm kind of mad about it.
Cookie, I've been waiting for this moment.
Okay, go.
I have secretly been a hater of this trilogy since the beginning. I hated X. I hated Pearl. I hated this movie, and I never felt like
Did
I
you
could
see
say it. Yes, I felt like I could never say it with full confidence, because I swear, like, everybody around me, and I'm like, maybe I'm
I know.
missing something. Like with Terrifier, I know I can't get into Terrifier. I know it's some
I can't
people's
get it.
favorites, but
No, mm-mm.
but with
But I
X
appreciate the special
specific.
effects.
Yeah, with X specifically though, I felt like the fan base was so like it is fan, and I was like, I get it was an okay movie. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
But the way people were like fervent about it, I was like, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. And then when I saw your guys' podcast, I was like, finally, I could be free in my hatred.
I am free.
My
No, well,
shackles
it's-
unchained.
I mean, my whole thing is like with X, I liked it, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get why everybody else
It was
loved
cool,
it.
right? It was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there's only one
Pearl,
really
I-
good scene in
What
X,
Which
an
one?
X?
the shotgun scene.
Yeah, where she kicks
That was
where he
good.
kicks her back
Yeah.
out the door.
Oh yeah, right out the door. That was great. I love that.
And
scene.
I really liked the subtle, like, alluding to the religious aspect of it. I really did like the TV
Yeah.
playing what was on. Like, I thought that was so intriguing. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
where is he gonna go with this? Creative, where are you gonna go?
Where are you gonna go?
The same thing with Pearl. I thought it was very overrated.
Yeah.
But
No,
that-
I love Pearl.
And
because-
it has one great scene that I loved in it as well.
The end,
The
right?
Which
credit
one?
scene. The
Yeah, the
credit
credit-
scene where she just
where she's
weird
just smiling.
smile.
Oh, the whole smile,
Yeah,
man, that's great.
yeah.
Somebody say I'm a star.
I'm a star.
Like you said, they're not horrible.
I
movies,
use that in my
but-
regular vocabulary around the house.
But I mean, they got less enjoyable with each one. I found like
Mhm.
X was okay. I got through it. I was like, okay, you know, like farmhouse country slasher type thing, murder, you know, and
By
then
the old people.
then Pearl is kind of like that fantastical kind of like spin-off of Wizard of Oz and all that crap. And then Maxine just
Yeah.
completely, I think he started with an idea and then
It
it
went off
finished
the
like an
rails.
80s action flick, like a late 70s, early 80s action flick. And I was like it started off as a noir kind of
Mhm.
serial killer detective kind of who done it type thing, and it
Mhm.
ended in like just the worst way possible. And
Well, I mean, I said this on chat, but like the way you lose me fastest nowadays with making movies is when you announce that you're doing a trilogy. Like I hate that format. It never works out. Like
Yeah.
I can maybe name three that like stick the actually making all three of them good movies that actually
Mhm.
get better as you watch them. Like
The first 3 Fast and Furious movies.
My
No,
hand
I'm
in
just
here.
But
kidding.
then they
I'm
kept
just kidding.
going.
Well, if you 3 times 3 times 3.
which name just one, Johnny. Name just one.
Oh, dude, what?
name one that I think is actually good all the way all
A
through all
trilogy,
three.
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe Iron Man, and Star Wars are
Okay.
a few.
The original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is
Indiana
Whoa,
Defender
whoa,
Man
the
too.
original?
Indiana-
No, the prequel 3, obviously.
Oh,
No,
Oh
never.
my God,
Never
Jar
say-
Jar supremacy.
I'm not now. My favorite of the prequels is Phantom Menace, but the rest are just booty, man. Like,
Mhm. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
what
whoa.
about?
hey, and the one thing you never have to worry about is having to make excuses for your hate. Like you can shit on Ty West all you want to, because I know what it's like to have unpopular opinions and be afraid to speak
I
out.
just felt like maybe I didn't get it, you know. And then so when I heard
Yeah.
other people start to be like, "Yeah, no, it's not," and I said, "Okay."
I'm with that, but with other films, like I hate the Strangers movies. I hate A Quiet Place, but I'm not really afraid to say it out loud.
A Quiet Place, for me, it's just I'm gonna put it on. I did like the last one, but only because old boy is kind of he kind of fine.
He fine.
He fine.
Which one?
But
I
The
still
cat
don't
was
watch it
cool.
because I don't want to see the cat in
The
general.
cat.
So.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. The cat
I
is
know.
cool.
I've
Trust me.
seen clips that make me uncomfortable, and I don't want to be uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
and
no,
I
I'm
like the
okay.
premise too. Like if you already are dying, then why are you fighting to survive? So I thought
Yeah.
that premise was interesting.
So
But I mean,
anything else you want to touch on, Cookie? That was one of your lows, was Maxine.
Yeah.
Anything you've been reading or anything else that you
I've been reading Crave. I know the
Oh, okay,
paperback
yeah.
just came out for that last
Yeah.
week, so I want to pick that up.
But-
But I love that. It's
Mhm.
my favorite so far this year.
Maria Levitt?
Yes.
Saucy as
Oh,
well,
I got a
It's
one shot
saucy.
she put out.
It
I
was.
really loved, called "The Things We Didn't Do Last Night." Oh, it's probably one of my
Yeah.
favorite things she's put out. Like, it is so clever and cute. Like, it should make a film. If you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend "The Things We Didn't Do Last Night."
Okay, I'm definitely gonna check it out.
On his
Juan, are
work
you making a
computer.
list for me? Thank you. I
What?
appreciate you.
Oh yeah! I've been seeing this cover everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
like on Twitter. Oh, Maria did this one. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up. Hold on.
Cool.
I'm sorry. I'm just like. No, you can see
Juan's
the
off
previews on
in his
there.
own world.
Mm.
No. You can see the previews of the comic, and they just show like saucy stuff. I just stopped.
We're all just supporting characters in one story.
That's,
Oh, what the
that's correct.
heck? No, y'all are all important in my life. What y'all talking about?
All right, Johnny, you want to go before me, or you want to go last? It's up to
Yeah,
you.
I mean, since we've been on break, there's one thing that kind of really invaded my life. It's been something that's been recommended quite a bit. I think first Joe talked about it, then Elle really, really brought it home with making me need to watch it. I'm
What is
talking
it?
about
I
Elle.
keep meaning to watch this. Damn it.
I watched the whole thing. I really, really liked the show, man. Like there were parts where I kind of like got groany. Like I don't like
Season
the
2
villain.
was a groan for me.
A lot of season 3, man. When Leland was their boss, I fucking hated it.
Oh, that was that's a weird one.
I would literally groan when he'd come on screen, man. Like it would ruin the episodes, man, because like it was just such a stupid plot line in my opinion. But everybody's sad that it's over and like wanting to like, and I don't want it to, man. I loved the ending. Like you very rarely have a show that ends as good as Evil did.
I've watched every episode except for the final episode on purpose because I'm like, no, I want to. At one point, I want to be like sad and be like, I have this final episode to watch.
I can keep going for this.
I hate endings as well, but like I thought the ending of Evil was superb, man. And
I'm happy to hear that.
I'll be happy if like they make a movie like in a couple of years, but like a new season. Like I don't know, man. Like
I just think it had a really solid procedural aspect to it that it could have kept going, and I would have enjoyed it regardless of who were the players involved, as long as the roles were fulfilled. You know,
Yeah,
it didn't have to be her. It doesn't have to be him.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
just the dynamic was cool. If they could have recreated that with another set of people, I would have been down.
Tasha Herbert, I guess she like was done and kind of precipitated the end of the show. And like I agree with you. Like they could have, like her story could have ended. Her and her daughters and the kid, they could have taken off someplace and lived happily ever after. And brought somebody else in. I don't know how well that would work though. Like I always go back to like Twin Peaks after they solved the Laura Palmer murder. Like the show just did not.
Well,
work.
even if they were like sent to a different parish, or if he had been sent to a different parish and then there was mysteries there to solve, you know what I mean? I think it's one of those things that could work regardless of who's involved.
I think it would have worked a lot better though if they would have got to that point earlier in the show. If they would have finished up with Leland and with the stuff with the kids.
Oh yeah, Leland dragged. I'm not gonna lie. And the grandma.
Like if they finished all that by the end of season 2 and like kind of like how Supernatural would do. Like then I could see them kind of like carrying on with the different storylines, but they dragged this one on for like 4 seasons, and I like trying to go somewhere after that. It'd be hard to like pick up sticks and actually like make it stick. I've seen a lot of shows try, and a lot of shows
CSI do like a evil Las Vegas.
But I mean, this show's great the way it's set up, kind of like you said, Johnny, like Supernatural or X-Files, where you have all these. They're almost like one-off episodes, but then you have the overlying storyline kind of through each one. So like. If you don't like the main, like the storyline that threads through, the little cases they do each one are super interesting, right? So it's a fun show that way as
well. They
well.
could do it anthology style too,
Yeah.
where each episode is a whole different
case,
theme and
from case to case. Yeah,
Those
exactly.
cases were really interesting too.
That's why, like, when I was bored with Leland, I didn't like hate the show because, like,
Exactly.
the case
there was
a
something,
lot of fun. And they were doing weird stuff with Ben. Where like, he was wearing tinfoil hats.
Oh,
Ben was great. He's my favorite character.
yes, I love his story arc where he was just going where he doesn't know what to believe, and then I like that.
And I don't think I've ever seen anything else in that I can recall where I so strongly rooted for infidelity. So shout out to Evil.
I hated Andy so bad, dude.
They did him so fucking bad, dirty. They did that character
do anything
so
you
dirty.
need to do to get rid of him.
They did that character so dirty, and in the end, the way they did him too, where
well, he did himself, and like I thought it was great. I thought it was a very fitful ending for his character because fuck him from the beginning. Like he did one cool thing when he put on the glasses and helped the girls in the game. I thought that was the one decent thing his character ever did.
Because remember when they wrote their truths on the paper and then burned it? I know this man has 16 different girlfriends at 16 different mountains. Yeah. And so I was like, I need you to burn too, boy.
That's you just projecting, Elle. That's just
no. I'm cool in my situation, but I'm talking about like, I mean, Luke Cage, Pastor Luke Cage, Father Luke.
Father Luke.
Yeah,
but there was a couple parts though when he was preaching, and he hella reminded me of that PSA of Michael Jordan. What are you doing? Just stop it.
Just stop.
But the only thing it got a little old is his fantasy of her, like the temptation.
That got old for you? I said, go ahead and live that out for a minute. I don't care if it's a succubus or not.
Dressed in a little schoolgirl outfit and all that. I was like, okay, move on.
I thought it was kind of cool because you got to see her actually be goofy because she's so uptight on the rest of the show. Well,
and you got to see him be like super horny without actually breaking his vows. Because do you get faulted for fucking a spider? No. So it's all good with the church.
Yeah.
It's church approved.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed that show. Pat and I we watched it when the first 2 seasons when they aired, and then when it switched to, was it Paramount or AMC?
Well, I was worried about that because you guys said that it got like more sweary and more horny. So I thought that it was going to be like one of those shows where people just fuck all the time, but it really doesn't. It just stays the same way with the.
Well, that was season 2. Immediately they all in one episode said "fuck."
Yeah, they got that right out of the way. First episode, first 10 minutes. They
had titties, they had bare nipples. I said, "Oh, so we doing this, huh?"
What show is this?
Doing the thing.
The show, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Nice.
But I like that the show didn't like lose its charm. You know what I mean?
No.
They didn't try to do too much. They just did tone it up a little bit. But like even when it was still on network television, it was horny as hell. I remember when I first started watching it, I got to the scene where the demon was like playing with the JJ, and like I think it's the second scene of the show, and I'm like, damn, this aired on CBS. Like, what?
CBS has an agenda. No, I'm just kidding.
See, my least favorite character was the grandma. I mean.
Yeah, I hated Rad G too, or Granny Demon Fucker as I like to call her.
They didn't give her very many like redeeming qualities.
None.
Even when she was trying to be less who she became, it was still hard to root for her. I was like, I don't care anymore.
Like it wasn't about the family as much as her not letting Leland get one up on her. You know. So I was like, yeah, she needs to die.
It was a shame.
And what was the sister's name? Sister
Agatha.
She was
my second
fantastic.
favorite
Yeah,
character.
loved
Yeah,
her.
she was amazing.
Oh, Andrea, that's what her name is, Sister Andrea.
And
Yeah.
that daughter, the one who wanted to convert, I really enjoyed her character arc
That
too.
I love the scenes that I think they did that perfectly. How they're all talking over each other all the
I
time.
love that,
and
yeah.
Oh my,
they,
it's so
they
insane.
nailed that whole dynamic. Yeah, the family
Yeah.
dynamic
Because
was
that's
great, yeah.
literally at any given time. I don't even,
Yeah.
and people be like, "Oh, your kids are in the background." I'm like, I don't even hear them. I don't hear my kids talk. I don't.
Well, that's another reason why I love the show. It was casted great. The kids
The
were
sisters,
good,
they were so
Yeah.
good, so
And-
good.
but like none of the characters, like they never wrote them stupid. They never wrote them opposed. Like a lot of TV shows, like they'll have a character go a certain way and then break them off.
Mhm.
And like even when Kristen was kind of evil and she was like killing people with pickaxes and punching dudes with French fries, like like she was still like true to the core of the character. You know what I mean? She didn't start being mean to like Ben
Yeah.
and David. You know what I mean?
I think it was interesting too how it was almost ambiguous if any of that even happened, and I really liked that about this storyline.
Mhm.
Just overall, because it's like, is any of this happening? Is any of this factual? Because it was, but especially like in season 2, so much of it played into that whole: is this happening? Is it in her head? Is this the supernatural? Is this not? And so even now, like at the end of the day, I'm just like, did any of that happen? Like, did she actually?
And another great thing about the show is like it is pretty silly for the most part, but like it will tackle real
Yeah.
real strong issues, man. There's like a cop episode. There's a couple episodes about like racism in hospitals, and like they really tackled these subjects with a maturity and like a very good understanding. Like the cop episode was particularly very well done, and
Yeah,
yeah.
the nurse one, the that one was done very well too.
Yeah,
Um,
they approached it with a lot of tact. Like it
Mhm.
wasn't heavy-handed. It wasn't, but they got their point across very respectfully and without, going overboard or it really exaggerating. Like it nailed the point home while it feeling actually real.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
not exaggerated to the point where you're like, they're just fucking exaggerating. No,
mhm.
it was really grounded in the way they did it, so that it made it feel even more like this is a real issue. This really does
Mhm.
happen, right? So it didn't feel exaggerated or over the top.
Remember
And-
the fly one? That one was my favorite one. I don't want to spoil it for Cookie. The one with the botfly.
oh yeah, that's one of my
That one.
that's another like a character that I really liked, and she does reoccur once, but the silent nun, I thought that she was
Mhm.
just such a neat character, and her friendship with
Oh.
Kristen was
Yeah.
really wonderful. Kind of really like a few things really ingratiated the character of Kristen to me. Like her cutting Leland's neck and in the first season was the first one, and then her friendship with that nun, and then some of her other violent stuff was another one. But like, yeah,
So mostly her violent stuff.
well, they don't go that route with female characters, and like
No,
I thought
you're
that,
right.
I thought that she was a strong, independent girl
Mhm.
boss
Yeah.
type
No,
character.
for sure, especially with her husband being like, "Well, you can go on your climb next," and it's like, "Oh, only because you're scared I'm doing something? Like, fuck you! I'm never climbing again."
But they didn't have to
Fuck
make her.
off.
They didn't have to make her selfish and conceited like a lot of like strong female characters like on Disney kind of are. I kind of really liked the way that I kind of wish that they would make her kind of an archetype for strong female characters ongoing, because I loved the fact that like she come in her house and saw that fool was there, and she took him out to her
Mhm.
office, put a knife to his neck, and is like, "Dog, you're leaving." He's like, starts talking. She slices his neck open. He's like, "You got 20 minutes to get to the hospital. Get the fuck out of my house." Like I was just like, dude,
Yeah,
she is awesome. I like this lady, man.
she was a great character. Yeah,
Yeah.
But at every encounter too, I said, "Just finish it. Just
Yeah.
finish it.
Yeah.
Finish it now."
if she did one, why couldn't she do the other?
Yeah.
Especially the one that's most pressing. Like he's
Mm.
literally in. But one of my favorite storylines overall was the girls messing with Leland on that
Oh,
Roblox
yeah.
app.
Oh,
That was
Yeah.
so funny, and that's like real life stuff, because like my kids are on, I'm not gonna say what games, but we all know it's Roblox. But like it's so valid that like there's so many like weird people on there, and like my kids are just like they're little mini me's, they're little trolls, and so it's like
So
really it's like no, so the fact that they didn't write them as like victims, they wrote them as like no,
They're
like we know what's
very
going
resourceful,
on, yeah,
very clever kids. Like she
and
even
to
says at one
accuse
point,
him
like,
of like yeah.
my kids are pretty fucking smart. You
When
know,
they
like
burnt down his house in the game, I was
Yeah.
crying.
that was so fucking fun.
yeah, it was good. It was good. It's definitely worth checking out if you like that. It's yeah.
It's one of the better shows I've seen in a long time, and like I
Yeah.
said, it ends so well. So like, it's a very appetizing experience. And but I'm gonna have to go for lows, which is sad to me because I actually liked most of the season, but like I got nothing else to put here.
Wait,
Umbrella Academy.
yes,
season 4.
okay, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
it's
I've been
just
wanting to
that
jump in and say this.
season, it was I don't know. It was just that's why you didn't see how I was so excited, and then
Yeah.
I was like not watching that I didn't say anything because of that. It was not what I expected. They should just stopped at the other season.
Yeah,
It's
the
just-
season 3 ended great. Like
Yeah,
they were just
yeah.
like with this one, like, huh, we got to end this thing. And
Yeah.
the only thing I still kind of super remember about it is the thing that like I lived most of my life without ever hearing, and now I can't get it out of my head. Baby Shark, do 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 do.
Oh, that song!
I had never heard it before watching this season, and like I was
And
kind of happy and proud of that. And like, nope. They were like, no, you got to hear this son of a bitch multiple times during the season.
they
But
they
it-
rushed it. They I'm not
Well,
just,
it's
Yeah, it was only
it
6
was only-
episodes.
There's
oh,
only
yeah.
6
Oh.
episodes, and it
Half
starts the
season
way
long.
the first season started, where they're all separate, doing their own thing. Like
Season
what's his name's
2,
a
all
stripper,
separate.
and then they have to come back together. But they did it in 6 episodes instead of 8. And like you said, they could have easily finished it on the 3rd season, and it would have made sense.
Yeah, it ended great. Like, what's her name? She got her husband from the '60s was able to come back and be with her. You know, like the 3rd season had
Yeah.
a great ending. Victor was happy with themselves. You know what I mean? And was like
Then they didn't have their powers anymore, so they didn't have that burden. You know,
So Cookie,
like,
watch the 3 seasons, but don't worry about the 4th season, honestly, because I skipped the last episode because I just want to see how it ended.
Yeah.
That's how it was for me.
I
just-
knew when you weren't posting about it and not talking about it. I'm like, oh,
I was
shit,
so
all right.
excited. I woke up at 3 a.m. Let's do this. The first episode, I'm like, what the fuck? It's just after the first episode, it's just like, oh god, no. And then the whole number 5 with the other girl, the Sergio or
Lila?
whatever. Yeah, Lila. That
They
that
ruined-
storyline,
yeah, they
that was
ruined some of my
weird.
favorite characters. Yeah, man.
It's
My
just-
favorite characters.
yeah, don't. I say don't. Just skip season 4.
I will
Honestly.
skip it. when
Yeah,
I
but
get
season
around
3
to it.
Well, a lot of
I mean-
it's pretty fun, in my opinion. Like
it
I
has
didn't
its
hate
moments
it
for sure.
I didn't hate it until the end. Like the ending is just such a shit way to end a show, man. It's like
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah,
When you go from 10 episodes in season 1, 2, and 3, and right like when it was announced it was coming out, and then I saw it was only 6 episodes, I was like, how can you do that? Like it's gonna be rushed, it's gonna be ass. Like, and it was.
I always have hope on everything these days, but I will never stop. I will
It
never
was-
stop.
it was literally like, huh, we gotta end this thing, so let's just poop something out. Like
That's-
that's how it came off.
Even the trailer
First 3
made me
seasons
cry.
are wonderful.
Yeah.
Which- and another thing is like like some characters, they just kind of started making them dumber and dumber, like Space Boy and what's his name, Diego. They just by season
Diego.
4, like they were just complete like nincompoops. Like
Yeah, for sure.
It's true.
like no mental capacity whatsoever. They just do the stupidest thing. So 5 or Klaus can make a joke about him. That's kind of like all they're reduced to.
yeah.
So yeah,
What a letdown. What an absolute letdown.
It was a little disappointing. Yeah.
That was my biggest that was by far, like, cinematic. That was my biggest letdown for sure, of not just summer but so far of the year, was season 4 Umbrella Academy.
yeah.
Mhm.
Phil, that was your biggest letdown of the year.
Cinematically.
Okay.
Cinematically.
I was just making sure because I was like,
Let's not go back there. I made the boo boo. I made a boo boo.
that was real basement behavior, Phil.
Yeah. Anything else? Johnny?
Wait, it like kind of like cut out. What'd you say?
What did we watch?
I don't want to say it again because it was mean. Phil, you're a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
But what did you say? Like literally, like chopped up. Literally, not hear what you
Literally, I
said.
said Phil is not filthy. He's clean Phil.
Yeah. So fresh and so clean. He's
Mhm.
got a mullet like the
Fun fact.
crow.
He does. He started getting tattoos.
Mhm.
On his face.
A little golf cart.
That'd be gangster.
It would be
Mhm.
gangster.
It would a little T under your eye, like the golf
Yeah.
tee, like a
Or-
eye, like a teardrop.
Oh yeah, you have to cut your a train. I mean a track
Whoa,
around
whoa,
your.
whoa!
Like under his eyes, that's the word for FORE.
Mhm.
But
Might be onto something here.
Go on.
Don't, please don't.
I read a bunch of stuff while we were on break. Joe sent me this a long time ago. I'm like, I don't like the Hulk usually, so I didn't read it for the longest time. But I read the first 10 issues of the Immortal Hulk, or it's like I call it Hulk Don't Die. And it was actually pretty good, man. Like as far as Hulk literature goes, the best I've read. I get Joe tells me there's 50 issues. I will read the other 40 if I get them for free. But the first 10, man, we're total delight. I got some pretty cool stuff for my birthday that I posted on Instagram. I got the first trade paperback for the new printing of Ed Brubaker's Captain America Winter Soldier, which I absolutely loved when it first came out, and I have the floppies still, but they're in a box, and I hate digging out floppies, so I love having a nice affordable trade. Also, I really love the DC compacts. I got 2 so far. I got no, they're little. They're compact edition. They're $9.99 a piece, man. Beautiful price point. I got Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens by Paul Dini and Guillaume March. Wonderful series, man, from 2004, I believe, 2006, something like that. I absolutely adore it. I highly recommend it. It's very cheap. I also got Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo's The Joker, which is like one of my favorite Batman-related graphic novels. Totally hardcore, man. I love it. Yeah, Phil Z?
Facts.
Okay. And then I got Avengers Twilight by what's his name? Chip Zdarsky, which I really liked, man. It was basically kind of like the Last Ronin, but with the Avengers.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be the Avengers, but like in Twilight.
Oh yeah,
That's what I was hoping for.
The crossover.
Sparkly vampires, yeah. Robert Pattinson's a DC guy now. They wouldn't be able to get away with it.
Oh, so Chip Zdarsky did this one. Oh.
Yeah, he wrote it with Jason Acuna did the art, or Daniel Acuna.
Daniel Acuna.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Jason Acuna's Wee Man. Whenever I hear the name Acuna, I always think of Wee Man. His name, but yeah, all really good books, and probably going to lead up to issues of Big Tuesdays if I could get Joe to read them as well. We're definitely going to be talking about Hulk Don't Die in the near future. That'll be a Big
Immortal
Tuesday.
Hulk is fantastic. It is really good. That's probably what got me back into like Marvel, what kept me.
What? Really?
I'm not a big Marvel person, but Immortal Hulk is really good. And then there's like random titles sprinkled here and there that I'm into. But the main titles, I could go without.
And I can't think of any other low points besides maybe, like I said, Umbrella Academy, man. Like I watched some other stuff, mostly stuff on Netflix. Pretty good, you know what I mean? Like I
already forgot what we watched.
We watched literally everything. Literally.
Yeah, I know we all watched a lot. It's just we don't remember that well. I mean.
Well, we were media hounds, man. We just go through it so fast that we kind of like get all blurred, we forget what to mention. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, what the fuck did I watch?
Yeah.
I watched a lot, but like I can't remember any of it. Like it's kind of a bad sign, but I don't remember much of it though. You know what I mean? I remember
we're not all middle aged, getting older, losing our memories.
Whoa.
Not yet. Whenever they start to
I did just turned 43. I am senior now.
Welcome to the party.
Give me like 5 more years and then I'll co-sign.
So you're 35?
Yeah.
Wait. When 40 is
I know, that's why I said give me 5 years and then I'll
I was asked. That's why I asked. That means I have 3 more years. These kneecaps are still gonna be skating for 3 more years. After 40, I'm gonna calm it down.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm up next. I'm up to bat.
Yeah, man.
All right. So let's get this. for me, this summer marked the return to theaters. I hadn't been. The last movie I went and saw in a theater was this one,
Oh, that's a good movie.
Spider-Verse. 2018 was the last time I went to a theater to watch a
Wow.
movie.
4 years.
And let me tell you, I was not disappointed. That was an excellent movie. To this
That's
day,
the
still
first
my
one, right?
still my favorite Spider-Man movie to this day.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the sequel?
Yeah, it's
I hated it.
The
Which-
sequel hurt my
Hated it.
eyes. It was
It's
a
a
good
great
movie, but it
segue.
hurt my eyes. Like I visually could not watch it for more than 5 minutes at a time because my eyes would hurt from
What
all the
about-
flashing and the
Really?
moving and the yeah.
El, what about the background right now? How you, huh?
Well,
about that?
the thing is, I don't look directly at the screen. You know,
Oh,
I'm
oh.
shy.
Which is a good segue to this, because the reason why I didn't like the sequel to Spider-Verse is one of the same reasons why I didn't like Deadpool versus Wolverine. Deadpool
Oh.
versus Wolverine I went and saw in theaters because
Mhm.
everyone was you know,
I
jerking off
illegally
into
watched
their
it.
socks about it. And
I
so I went and saw it, and it's definitely entertaining at points. It's like they took, okay, there's a few scenes we want to do, and let's just try to invent a story around these scenes, right?
Uh-huh.
Like the Wolverine plot was weak and ridiculous. I thought it was the weakest part of the movie, and I hated this plot for Wolverine and how they brought him back.
He cursed a lot.
It was pathetic. It was boring. Hugh Jackman they need to retire him as Wolverine. I mean, he's old. He was slow. He wasn't agile. He looked clunky. Like Ryan Reynolds looked like he was slowing down his action scenes because Hugh Jackman couldn't keep up with him. Like he
poor
looked
guy.
old. He looked slow. Same like
I'm
I
sorry.
look like I mean, and this was a cameo bonanza, right? Like they brought back Wesley Snipes as Blade, and okay, cool. I love Blade.
Spoilers.
God.
I love Wesley Snipes as Blade. One of my favorite Marvel movies, right? The Blade
Mhm.
movies. There's like at least two that were excellent. But same with him. He's old. And it showed when the action sequences and stuff, he looked old. Like, I mean, I get that
yeah.
everyone's like, oh, it's cool to bring these people back, but can we just have a movie with a story? Like, can we not just have a cameo infested movie that has very little plot and it's just about bringing in these old things just to like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Fan service.
Yeah. And I fell asleep at one point in the movie,
No.
and I woke up and I looked over at Pat, and I was like, "Oh, she didn't notice." Then I asked her on the way home. She's like, "I fell asleep." I said, "I think we fell asleep at the exact same spot because we both
Oh
woke
my
up about the same time,
God.
so we didn't see each other sleeping while we were watching Deadpool and Wolverine." But it's not a horrible movie, but it's nowhere near as good as everyone's making it out to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure. Wolverine wears his yellow outfit. Whoop-de-doo. That was about entertaining for about 30 seconds. This is a 2-hour fucking movie, people. Like, you got to give me more than just slapping a yellow suit on an old man. That, you know, sure, he looked great physically when he took his shirt off at the end. The dude looks fantastic, but he just can't do action anymore. I'm sorry. Ryan Reynolds was great.
Musicals,
He's
though, yeah.
typical
Yeah.
Deadpool,
The
you
Greatest
know, like
Showman.
opening scene was great, and then it just lost steam the whole way through after. And I'm sorry, Channing, never put
Channing. Put some
Channing Tatum, whatever,
Step up. Step up.
Channing Tatum.
whatever, never let that guy play.
No, I'm so glad he got
Hey,
this
damn it.
off in this so that they don't ever have to revisit it again.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love him to death. I love your love for Gambit. Never need to see it again.
no, we don't need a Raimi talking about his father's jizz and his parents banging. I'm sorry, that's not
Well,
the character. That is not
No,
the
just
character.
kidding. You just don't understand when he says it because his accent is so strong in the comics.
Yeah, but he's not like that.
Okay.
He's not he's not Deadpool. They made him like Deadpool, like
No,
delivering
I feel like
these
everybody. Yeah,
raunchy one-liners and stuff. That's not
Yeah.
the character. Like, it
but my
wasn't-
Hollywood mother was in this. Shout out to you, Jennifer Garner. She's
Yeah,
the
she
love
was
of my
alright.
life.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Hey,
She's all
I
right.
love Jennifer Garner so much.
Like,
I lost. Yeah.
it was okay. Like, I mean,
They had her back as Elektra.
yeah.
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 They had they
That's
they can't.
horrible.
Yeah, Johnny, they came in with a bunch
Whoa!
of
But she's a
cameos,
sweet
man.
baby angel. Don't talk.
Like,
I don't have a problem with her as an actress. I have a problem with the movie Elektra. I don't
Can
even
I
have
tell
a
you
problem
guys
with
the
her as
truth? I've
Elektra
never
in-
seen Elektra. I've never seen Daredevil, but the soundtracks, I have them on lock.
I have the Elektra soundtrack. I'm not
Elec-
joking.
Elektra, Punisher, and back in the day, and Daredevil, fantastic soundtracks.
Solid.
But
I-
the movie I came out of movie theater retirement for was this one,
The Crow.
The Crow. I was like, you know what? I love The Crow, and everyone was shitting on it before it even came out, just from a few still shots of him as
and
the
that's
Crow.
nowhere near as bad as people are making out to be. Like how
No.
Deadpool and Wolverine was nowhere as good as people were making out to be. The Crow's not as bad as
Exactly.
people were making it out to be.
Exactly. And Pat didn't like it. She thought that middle part, like we're talking, where he goes back to the dead zone or the in between or the limbo or whatever. She was like, "All right, we get it. Okay, let's move on." You know, and I think that it was just each set, like the first act could have been shorter. You know, like shorten every part up a little bit, like edit a little bit out,
It
and
could
it
have
would
been
have
tightened
been
up. Yeah.
it would have flowed a lot better. But definitely the car fight scene was fantastic. You know, the opening, his first fight scene with the cop, the dirty cop, was great. There's a lot of great scenes in it, so it wasn't half as bad. But the movie I went and saw that I enjoyed the most, which I was incredibly surprised because I'm not the biggest fan of the first movie, was
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I like this too.
I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. This
Good.
was entertaining from start to finish. I can't say anything incredibly negative about it. Every character was great. I thought it was very well cast. I mean, the plot was, you know, pretty obvious. I think the little love story in the plot, and kind of like you know,
surprised.
Were you?
Yes.
I looked at Pat. I said she hit her head. Right there. That should tell you everything you need to know. Boom. She starts just like her mom, right? I was like, there's always an event or something that, like traumatic or a big event that triggers these things. And I was like, yeah. So anyway, that I was like, that obviously, if you watch a lot of movies, you'll see it coming, but thoroughly entertaining. Love Bob.
Oh, I love Bob.
Great character. Yeah, fantastic.
Oh, I need to go see this movie.
Where he was
so
just a minor character at the end, right? And they developed him into a full-blown character that has great, like fantastic Bob.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton was great as Beetlejuice again. I mean, everyone was good. Winona Ryder was pretty fun in it. Her stepmother was great. I thought, as much as I didn't like her in the first one, I loved her in the sequel. I thought she was fantastic. So, yeah,
that's the same
really
lady
fun
that was
movie.
the mom in Home Alone, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Catherine.
Yeah, the same one that was in. I think she was in Schitt's Creek.
Mm-hmm.
She was great.
Yeah.
She was great in this.
And she hasn't aged since then, man. She looks
No,
exactly
she still looks the same, and she doesn't like if she's had work done, it doesn't really show.
No, it doesn't. She looks exactly the same, and she doesn't look like she's been cut up and put back together like a lot of old people.
Exactly. So, and her relationship with Winona Ryder's character, I love the way that relationship has evolved from the first movie to this one. And the way they explain it, it's like they didn't take them an hour to explain why their relationship's there. They got it out of the way in a matter of seconds, where you're like, okay, we get it. And the movie, just the pacing was good. Great movie. It was fun. If you want to be entertained, you don't want this like pretentious, oh, it's slow and you gotta pretend like it's a movie you have to think and dig deep to all the subliminal shit or the, you know, like fuck, just it's a fun blockbuster, right?
Yes.
And they said, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard on the streets that this proves that Tim Burton is not a racist. This movie singularly proves, with the Soul Train and Jenna Ortega as the lead, that he does not dislike minorities.
What?
Why was that?
He said before that minorities don't match his vision,
his aesthetic, or
his
whatever.
aesthetic.
Okay,
yeah,
whatever. That's neither here nor there.
it is here and there, but
not for me. So,
well, you're white. It wouldn't matter.
L.
It didn't change my enjoyment of the movie, and if it was on something else, I would go watch it as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I need to
So
go
it was
watch
really
10
fun.
out of 10.
I don't know if I'd say 10 out of 10, but it was fun.
That was good.
So that what else shows? We touched on it. We were watching this. We touched on it because that was one of Cookie's picks. Umbrella Academy we touched on. Pretty much agree with everything you guys said. It was kind of disappointing. The ending was an ending. Can't say
It
much more
ended.
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ended.
It was ass.
Yeah. And for now, like we could maybe touch on what we upcoming things.
You
maybe
have
that-
one more show, Joe. You have one more show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hit Monkey. That's true. I have Hit Monkey. I watched the second
Oh.
season of Hit Monkey, and that was pretty fun.
I've never even
think-
heard of this. What is this?
Oh,
It's-
dude, it's probably
There's
the
a
best
monkey.
Marvel show that they have. It's on Hulu though. Like it is phenomenal. Like it, if you like Archer at all, like picture that, but with like
Okay.
but with a little Japanese monkey that jumps around and kills yakuzas and stuff. It's wonderful. And he also
That sounds
fights like,
amazing.
he fights other Marvel villains. He fights like Fat Cobra and Lady Bullseye. There's a couple other really cool, at least in the first season. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
All right. I will
There-
check this out.
But it's written by Danny Way. It's drawn by Delbor to the guy that drew Hotel. Delbor Burjek. I've never know how to pronounce his name right.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was fun. I thought the second season was. I think I might have liked it a little more than the first. All the same voice actors came back, so it was pretty fun. What's his name that was in Ted Lasso? What's his name? Skadinsky, or whatever his name is. Yeah, he does the voice of the Hitman, so he's back. He's pretty good. He's funny.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, a hitman, like he's supposed to do a job and like he gets screwed over and they shoot him and like he goes and he's hiding up in the hills with these monkeys that are kind of
Hot springs, yeah, in the hot springs with these monkeys. Yeah,
they're trying to make him feel better, but like and then the assassins find him up there and then wipe out him and all the monkeys except for this one that was kind of already had a bad attitude and didn't like the hitman to begin with, and like he sees the ghost of the hitman who kind of leads him on this journey. So it's kind of like a really funny version of The Crow, maybe with a monkey and a guy. Like, it's great, dude. Like honestly, it's one of the best things Marvel's ever put out. Like in my opinion,
Yeah.
like
For animation, it's really good.
Kristen Milioti double dipping, huh? She's on here and she's
Kristen
Falcone on Penguin,
Oh,
which was excellent. Which was excellent.
I fell asleep trying to watch the first episode.
It
I'm
was
gonna
so
tell you,
good.
I'm like Joe. I kind of fell asleep because I was really high and it was really slow.
It was long.
and-
It was long. It was admittedly long. It was like an hour 7, I think. But it
Who
was.
would have guessed?
Does the guy not look like a young Dante Bosco though? The guy he like takes on as his little guy.
Oh, the little
Victor?
man. I mean, not the
Little
little man, but
guy.
He
yeah,
looks like
the
a young Dante Bosco. I said
Dante.
okay.
Did
Is that
they
the Victor
drop
character?
One episode or the whole season?
Victor Aguilar.
One
or,
episode only.
Aguilar.
One episode.
I mean,
only.
who would have thought that I keep falling asleep on the Batman? I can't make it through that movie without falling asleep.
No,
So
okay,
Well,
no,
the
okay.
storyline,
Oh, I love the Batman
I'm
book.
really enjoying the storyline, and
Yeah.
I really like how they set up what's gonna happen. Like it was really
like,
good.
the opening sequence is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where they kind of they kind of do a recap of the Batman.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
The first opening scene, which is
For which the
well done.
writer, they said the writer, the lady, she came on and was like, "This is my idea for the opening scene," and they were like, "You're hired.
Okay.
This is what we're doing."
All right.
It was good.
I want to see it so bad, but I didn't get to check it out yet. One thing that I did try to check out was Agatha All Along.
Oh,
It was
that
cool.
That is not for me.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I loved WandaVision. I enjoyed Agatha. I thought it was really cute how they played into the different kind of TV genres with her character and like based on a Danish show. I thought it was cute.
I love Aubrey Plaza, and it's fun watching her just chew scenery on the show, but like I don't think she's enough to keep me going.
I loved
Yeah.
WandaVision until I didn't.
Yeah. And
love
Sajir
WandaVision.
Zameda, who I
I
don't
did.
like, if you're listening, I don't like you. She's on later episodes, I heard, and I was like, I might stop watching it if she's gonna be a regular.
Who's that? The cat girl?
No, I don't know who she plays, but I'm not a fan. But I would be curious.
What's her name? Her?
Sashira Zameda.
Oh, okay. No,
She's
I don't know.
she was
who
on
she is.
SNL for like
Okay.
2 seasons, but she's not that funny. But I groaned when I saw she was on the cast list. But I don't mind the show as of these 2 episodes. But John, you're absolutely right. I can't see myself watching the full season. I'm gonna be real. I watched it because it was on, but I don't see my like Penguin. I'm for sure gonna watch week to week. But this, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna keep up.
Did they release 2 episodes off the bat for Penguin?
Yeah. No. One for
Just
Agatha.
one?
It was 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I get mad Hocus Pocus vibes from Agatha, which like I wasn't a fan of that movie.
I don't like Hocus
Yeah.
Pocus either, and people hate me for that.
I don't like Hocus Pocus.
You don't like it?
No.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It's too much pocus. I need more focus.
Yeah, it was not great. So I guess that's it, eh, Johnny? For all my stuff. Now it's a few things I'm looking forward to. There's only 2. One would be opening this Friday.
Yeah, boy.
We got Hellboy.
Oh.
The
Yeah,
Crooked Man.
boy.
The last
opening.
movie I saw in theater was the last Hellboy in 2019. I saw like the David.
What was
Arbor
that? The
2019.
Hellboy, the straight boy?
Yeah, the one with the what's his name with
Oh,
the
I thought it was
Crooked Man.
Shut up. Shut up.
Hell with the mom jokes.
This
Yeah.
is how he ended up the way.
He's so bad.
like crook.
So
like,
yeah, so
this could
that'll
have
probably be
to-
the last movie I see this year in theaters, and it might be the last movie I see for what 2000. So 6 years probably.
I was like 3,000 and what?
before,
6
before
years.
before I see another movie in theaters. Maybe
Joe, you love
because-
fantasy though, new revelations, so maybe you'll see Wicked.
Wicked.
There you go. Musical with fantasy put together.
Fantasy musical.
That's
Oh
one.
no,
Oh,
I will.
two.
I will not be going to.
Joe
theaters
hates
to
There's
see
Wicked.
that.
two
Joe
of
hates-
those.
What if
you know?
Pat was like, Joe, I really need you to take me to see.
No, she
Wicked."
hates musicals too.
But what if she changes her mind?
Yeah,
People change.
I'm just
What if
kidding,
she's
I'm not
a
a-
huge
I don't
Ariana
care
Grande
about
fan?
Wicked. Yeah.
yeah, no, I saw it and I was like,
No, thank you.
okay, let's
And no.
try
I've
to
read
make
Wicked,
the bad
but I'm
guy
not
the
in-
good
I'm not
guy
into it.
again. All like the bad guy isn't really bad. It's just you got to look at it from their perspective, and
Well,
Yeah.
it's like, all right.
well, like
Like
musicals
Long
and-
Legs, he's not the bad guy in his own story. He's
No.
actually
well,
it's
shows
not
like
his
that,
fault he was born that way.
they're fun
Yeah,
to go
he's
see
just-
the show, man. Like I had the same problem with the Les Miserables movie, man. Like it's a fine play to go and see, but like trying to watch it as a movie, it kind of
Yeah.
really doesn't fucking work.
Live,
That movie
like
was
at a
awful.
theater, a musical. That's the way musicals were meant to
Yeah,
be.
like Hamilton.
Experience. You
Mhm.
go, you sit down. It's a live performance.
It's
You know?
Did you
the
guys see Lin-Manuel is dropping a Warriors album, a musical based on the Warriors in October?
Like
What?
the movie The Warriors?
Yeah, like
Like-
the
Like-
movie The
like,
Warriors.
come out, play.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Hell
heard
no, what are you gonna
it's
do?
it's 26 tracks, and I heard that it's fantastic. Like the best
Yeah, I'll
he's
bet.
done. And so I'm like, listen, I
Uh.
might be into this.
Uh.
I might be out in these New York streets rumbling.
Okay.
Come visit me. I'll give you a leather
Yeah.
jacket.
we can tumble a little.
We can wrestle.
The sharks and the
But you know what is
Yeah,
coming
jets.
out?
The jets.
That's West Side Story. The
No,
Warriors.
they're all the same gangs
It's
at the end of the
same.
day.
It's the same.
They're gonna have
And-
clinking.
It doesn't matter.
And the one other show that I'm really, really looking forward to is coming out in November.
What
Is the second season of Arcane.
Oh, that's a really cool promo poster.
Yeah, so that's season 2 of Arcane will be dropping on
November.
Netflix in November. So
I'm gonna wake my ass up at 3 a.m.
yeah,
I thought you
I'm
said wipe my ass.
3 a.m.
Wake
I'm
and
telling
That's
also
the
wipe.
the dude wipe
Come on.
commercial.
really looking forward to that.
3 a.m.
And I said, baby, it's 3 a.m. I'm watching Arcane.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Uzumaki is gonna come out with the first episode September 29th.
Yep.
Uzumaki.
Uzumaki.
Is it
Junji
live
Ito.
action?
No, it's black
No.
and white. And
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Funny enough, man, the Uzumaki movie was the first exposure I got to Junji Ito. I'd heard about him,
Mhm.
but none of his shit was actually released in English at that time. So like the movie for Uzumaki was like a lot of people's first introduction when that came out in 2000. Fuck,
Mhm.
when did that come out? Long time ago. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's actually a pretty good movie if you've never seen the Uzumaki movie. And I think that it would actually make a pretty good live action show if they made it kind of like the Korean show Sweet Home on Netflix. If you guys watch
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
like if they
Oh
made Uzumaki
no.
like that, it'd be pretty rad.
Yakuza Like a Dragon too, adapted, is coming out later,
Yeah, on
That's true. You
Prime.
showed the trailer for that. Yeah.
which I'm excited for. I never got the hype until like this last one on PlayStation, and I started playing it, and the way I never put the controller down for like 48 hours, and I said, "Oh, I get it. I get it.
What
This is
game is it?
fantastic." Yakuza Like
Yakuza.
a Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon.
What game console you got, Juan?
The Xbox S Series.
Okay, well you can play it on Game Pass, man. Like I don't think they
Oh
have it,
yeah.
but if you got Game Pass, they have them all on there pretty much, man.
I do have Game Pass, but here's the thing. So I work, then I skate every day, and then I watch something, but yeah, I don't have time to play games anymore. I mean,
Wow,
nothing
you're
wrong
really
with
making me
that.
feel like a nerd here.
No,
How many hours I dedicate to my farms.
No. I'm just saying I feel bad because I want to dedicate more time, but that's my fault because I should
Yeah.
dedicate more time and I should put more time on that. But I'm just saying,
Well, if
that
you're paying
sucks.
for the service.
Yeah, I am paying
Yeah.
for the creators to get their money, so
Yeah.
I'm okay. But it's on Yakuza. Okay. It looks
Oh.
cool too.
Joe,
for-
you
For
got
comics.
you okay? Go ahead.
For comics, I forgot to mention, I was doing kind of a bucket list type thing for comics. I was reading some older stuff I would only touched on that I liked that I never really had much access to when I was younger. So I've been buying like the omnibuses or the trades. So I picked this up. This came in. I just finished reading this week. Was the
Slain. nice.
Slain Anniversary Edition, and
What is
Simon
that?
Bisley. Man, I mean,
Oh my god.
it doesn't. It
Thing
doesn't.
is huge.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better. His art is fantastic in this. I mean,
Holy shit. It's like,
really good, really
Wow.
good. I have
Who put that out?
that's
2000
Rebel
AD or Rebel.
Oh, okay.
Rebellion in 2000 AD. It's still
Okay.
2000 AD, but Rebellion is the parent company. They bought out 2000 AD a while back, so it's a 2000 AD book. Because of Umbrella Academy, I've been reading the library
Oh.
editions.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing an episode on the comics of that. Probably
So
talking about how the
Oh.
adaptation of the shows went too, based on the
Yeah.
the arcs that they, because they actually kind of adapted the
Yeah?
stories.
Like,
Well, I mean, they're adapted to hell,
faithfully?
but like, no, not faithfully, but they
No?
did their own thing. They did them fun though.
Touched,
Like
yeah.
I never complained about them really.
No.
okay.
I read some Tank Girl. I finished the Hellboy. Collected the omnibus
Tank Girl.
collection, the slipcase. I read that. I got my glasses, so I managed to finish reading Miami Vice Redux because I couldn't read it without glasses. So I went and got glasses finally, and I was able to finish reading that, which was pretty fun. It's a Jim Mahfood
Joe
book.
Casey and Jim
Joe
Malkovich.
Casey. Yeah. It was pretty fun. What else? I also
About video
have.
games, Joe. You got Cyberpunk, man. Like,
Yeah,
have
I
you
picked up a
played it
used
all?
copy of Cyberpunk. Finally, I was able to find one at the
Mhm.
GameStop, so I picked that up. I got the special edition that has the making of DVD that comes with it, along with the game. So I
Oh, a
picked that.
documentary.
I had a
Yeah,
pretty
that-
viral tweet at one point of my character's titties exposed randomly through the shirt, and people were like, "You did that on purpose." I was like, "No, like my character's, I put the top on and her nipples just go through the shirt. Her whole boob just pokes out of the shirt. It's not supposed
They
to."
like to say hello.
This is one of her weapons.
You play it yet, Joe?
I also have Judge Dredd, the Mask. I bought the omnibus. I have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles omnibus. I bought all the omnibuses for Grendel, so I'll be hitting that eventually.
Jesus.
So yeah, I'm going through all the older stuff from the '90s that
So much.
I really
reading.
love. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, oh my god.
That's so punk rock.
That is perfect.
So yeah.
Where did you
And,
find this? On
on-
Amazon, I'm guessing?
well, right now you got if you're if you don't mind reading digitally, Humble Bundle
Oh.
has
Mm.
three interesting bundles up right now. They have the DRPD,
BPRD.
BPRD collection is up, so you can get that. They have an image collection up that has
Scotty Young shit mostly. But
Scotty
like,
Young. You have Zoe Thorogood's "It's Lonely in the
At the
Middle
center
of,
of the earth.
of My Life" or whatever it is there. It has Patrick Kidlin stuff. It has
For which RIP to her brother who was featured in the book. He
recently
took his life.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aw,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh.
Yeah.
that's
Just this
sad.
past week. Yeah. It has a bunch of other stuff in there too. Some interesting stuff. So that.
BPRD is in there, like you said. Oh crap!
Yeah.
That's a good.
So there's
that's a good
there's
one.
3 bundles in there that people might be interested in. I think there's a Power Rangers for Power Rangers fans. I won't be picking that up, but there's a Power Rangers bundle in there.
Because you've already got it, or
That was after my time. Power Rangers. I'm too
come
old
on.
for
I know
that
your
shit.
range of power is pretty.
No, I was more of a Sailor Moon type of guy.
Oh, horror with Archie. I've been wanting to read with some of I got the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I got that one.
I could do some Sailor Moon. I used to watch that after when I get home from.
Do you
from a
guys role
day.
play Tuxedo Mask and?
Oh, I love Tuxedo Man. He's always coming in and out like nobody's business.
Yeah, but
You should really
yeah.
surprise her one day and
And
that was
I've been
great
playing.
praise upon.
throw a rose at her.
The other thing I've been playing was some No More Heroes. I got the Strike
No More
Back
Heroes.
and the third one.
Okay.
Yeah. it's No More
Oh,
Heroes.
let's see
Travis
that
Touchdown.
one.
Travis Touchdown is awesome. So
Something
Grasshopper,
just came out. I
Cuba
feel.
51. It's good stuff.
What's that? Space Marines.
Oh, Marine number 2.
Warhammer?
Yeah, Warhammer
Yeah, I'm not into that.
and Coral. I've been playing Coral Island.
Cool. Is that the
I
one
got
with the island?
I got to
I
get
have,
back
like,
into
60
Persona
hours
5.
in like 3 days. Persona 5.
Yeah, I
Persona.
gotta-
Oh,
I've been playing
oh.
Persona 3 Reloaded.
Yeah, I
which
saw
I'm
that.
I
Yeah.
love Persona 3. It's my favorite of all of the Personas. Is probably, and the remake is excellent.
Mm.
If you guys have never played a Persona, I would recommend starting with Persona 3.
I did
that's
4,
my
the remake of
inspiration.
4, which I liked, and
Mhm.
Persona 5 is fantastic. I love the art direction
Mhm.
on that. They're all really good.
I have that one like 3 times. Like when it came out, Royal,
God damn.
the collector Royal, because I needed all the collector sets. Like I needed all the merch. I
I got the
needed.
collector
Girl,
one.
come on.
Have you played
I got-
Catherine? Catherine is
I-
Atlas too. Catherine, I have the collectors.
Oh yeah, the full
Yeah.
body
I
experience.
have the
one.
sheep in the underwear and the
Oh,
boxers. Yeah, I
Really,
have
the
that.
collector's edition.
Yeah, I have a
Oh,
little
girl. That's cool.
Oh, girl.
Ugh.
Atlas is great. I love Atlas games. Shin Megami Tensei, like all of those games. I play all of them.
Did y'all play Alice in Wonderland, but Alice Madness?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
man.
oh,
Alice the Madness
yes,
Returns.
yes.
Yeah. I like the old PC one too. Like if you get
Yes,
the
I got
Xbox
that one.
360 version, like you can unlock the old PC one. I love both of those games. But yeah, the Madness Returns is a very good game, man. I love it.
Another comic that's coming out that I think it's dropped either this week or next or coming up is Ultra Mega should be dropping either
Was
just
that
dropped.
this week or I think
just-
I saw it.
I don't know if it's
recently.
this week or next week, but then second arcs kicks back in.
Oh,
so
nice.
that's been a long awaited. Yeah, so that'll be
Whoa.
yeah. So that's
And Violator. Can you guys just drop it? The origin, Violator origin. It's like told from his perspective, like how he became Violator in the Spawn universe. And it was supposed to come out like months ago, but every time I go to check, because I'm for real gonna get back into comics when this drops, and it's only for personal reasons. It's not because it's the best character or storyline, but for personal reasons.
writes it.
It's actually every issue is a different set of people
Creatives. Okay.
leading into the whole unreliable narrator thing, which I think is very smart, very clever, and they're all oversized issues, 56 pages.
Damn.
And so I'm like, but it's been delayed so many times, but it has been September 25th for the last 2 weeks. So I said that's when I will officially
nice.
return to the comic book store. Until then, I'm reading digitally, but I will go back next week and I will be comics again.
We'll see about that.
So we have a few weeks left before October hits, and I know Johnny really wants to get organized this year, so we do more Halloween themed episodes come October. So that's probably what we'll be doing mostly. Halloween themed stuff, horror movies, stuff like that. Probably won't have as many guests in October, creators on, but anyway, we'll see. We might have a few anyway, but
we got a buddy who has a horror book actually coming out, so we'll probably have Raymond Lola share if we could get a hold of him because he's got a new issue of Fallen, and that kind of fits in. It's a angel horror book.
But we'll probably be focused more on just fun Halloween spooky season stuff.
Yeah, we'll probably do that. Hulk Don't Die, but because that's pretty. I mean, it's not as horror themed as people led me to believe, but it's still pretty horrific. I would say
it's sci-fi, like old sci-fi monster horror type stuff. I'd say, like, you know.
A lot of people told me it was like David Cronenberg, and it's really not, but like it is still pretty horror based.
Got a little bit of body horror, but not that much.
See, when people say body horror, I'm thinking of The Society. That movie, Society. I fucking love that movie. That
you
is
called
body.
me a bloodhead, son.
That is body horror to the max because that's one of my favorite movie body horror ones. Because when they say body horror, that's what I'm thinking. But then they see him like, that's not fucking body. I was like, give me Society body horror going all up in there and all that.
I don't want Society body horror ever again.
That was one of the greatest effects ever. Brian Azuna deserves all the awards for that.
Yes.
So we'll probably come up with like we'll curate a list of like movies and shows and stuff that we'll probably touch on during October. Yeah.
The Blob. Y'all need to see The Blob.
Evil's definitely a good show. It definitely has a lot of like
one with Kevin Dillon. I love that's one of the greatest remakes ever, man.
That's the one, yeah.
And that's how you rock the mullet, man. Kevin Dillon's like curly mullet in that movie. Magnificent.
He looks like what's his name? Damn it, I forgot his name.
Johnny Drama from Entourage, man. Victory.
Ethan Hawke. He looked like Ethan Hawke in that movie.
Ethan Hawke was way littler at that time, man. Ethan Hawke was like in the Explorers at that time. He was a little kid.
He's just a baby.
Not as young as Steven Dorff was in The Gate, though. Like little baby Steven Dorff. That's kind of a trip. I love watching 80s movies.
That's one of Cookie's favorites, I think.
I love that.
Yeah.
Tubi has so many good ones. Oh.
Is The Gate on Tubi? Because I remember we were going to do it at one point, and like Joe couldn't find a copy of it to watch, right?
Well, I'll be able to get it now.
Okay. So yeah, we'll do an episode on The Gate. It's been long awaited. So
let's just say whether it's available in Canada or not, I'll be able to watch
it. Canada, I keep forgetting.
You'll just rent it from the library, quote unquote. The library.
I'll go on because I do have Hoopla available now. I didn't before, but I do now.
Yeah, they do have it. Oh, The Gate.
Yeah. On Tubi. That's something to look forward to.
Time of Monsters. Hulk, Time of Monsters. If you guys haven't read that.
Which
it was during the Immortal Hulk. It was during the Immortal Hulk run in 2021. This whole time I've been trying to remember the name of it.
I might check out that new run of the Hulk, the Kennedy run, because that art is amazing.
Well, this is Al Ewing and Alex Pacnado.
What's his name? Klein something? Who does the art? Fantastic. Ooh, really good stuff.
Co-writing it with Ewing. I love Pacnado. I never read any of this Marvel shit though.
It was a one shot, I believe, during the Immortal Hulk era. Okay. And it's fantastic. One of my all-time favorite like standalone comics like of all time was Time of Monsters. I just couldn't think of the name of it. But it is in the Immortal Hulk like era, and it is Immortal Hulk. It's not the Hulk.
Yeah,
maybe we'll do a Halloween special, and we'll kind of do our favorite picks of like cool Halloween comics. So we've got like we did for the Christmas one.
For the Christmas one, yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. There's some good ones.
Yeah, man.
I'd say
for Christmas for me, I'm only doing the Deviant. I'm just kidding.
I think
imagine.
I think you have a lot more to pick from for Halloween specials for comics than you do the Christmas ones. So
yeah.
Well, for Christmas you got Santa. You got the reindeers.
we picked some really disturbing ones. Like Joe actually picked the
Immortal Hulk.
Immortal Hulk. Yeah, the King in Black one where he's in the mall. He's the skinny, the hungry Hulk. Walking around.
Yeah.
Such a crazy design, that Hungry Hulk. I don't know what
It's
his name.
weird. Yeah, it is weird. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, man. So that's what we've been up to this summer, all of us, and so we'll be back to our regular, at least one episode a week type grind from now on till next summer.
Yep. And we will be kind of limited on episodes in the near future because Joe has some responsibilities, but we're gonna at least have one a week out. That is the plan.
Yeah. The other
Some
week we'll be able to
weeks
record
we
one.
might have two, but
God dang.
Yeah, gotta go rehearse. So
yeah, Joe's starting a band.
well, we've already started,
Oh.
but we're gonna go into the studio come February or early summer. So now the guys like got to get our act together and get.
Oh.
Actually, no. Remember the songs every time we go to jam.
Oh no.
I'll take half the jam to try to remember what the songs were. So yeah. So yeah. So every other week I have to devote some time and attention to that.
But yeah, man, this is us coming back. We kind of just wanted to do something loose and fun, you know what I mean, to get the ball rolling. We're not really quite sure what the next episode will be, but like we'll figure something out and have it planned. In the near future, it'll probably be earlier next week. We were planning on doing this episode on Thursday, but like some schedules didn't meet up. But the weekend episodes are always fun anyways. So maybe we'll do them Saturdays because we get a good turnout on them. Saturdays and Wednesdays seem to be our best nights. So I guess maybe expect us on those. But yeah, man, thank you everybody for being here. It was rad and great conversations all around. Good picks. So kick ass, and we'll catch you next time. Until next time, stay classy.